It's I read it.
And we're live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all shapes, sizes, and colors.
All superheroes.
Right now, I can definitely say shapes and sizes. The way our camera angle's looking, I'm like, golly, man.
I kind of like it. Well, you're fat.
Could I eat anymore?
Yeah. What size pants were you wearing yesterday? Jesus.
You better stop.
Hey, look, I'm fat.
And you need to quit looking at my Irish.
How could I not?
By turning and not trying to,
I would have been looking at traffic all day. Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, let's get back to that thing we
it's
call
Happy
a show.
Tuesday.
It's Happy Monday for us.
No, I'm not going.
You know, the only good thing about it is now a four-day week for us.
Yeah, but you know what the biggest downer is waking up Tuesday and figuring.
Did you take a downer? Because I'm like needing to pick me up.
Oh, I got all sorts of stuff to do here. And that cocaine, but I'm here to tell you.
And the cocaine. Not that we're promoting drugs by any means.
Oh, by no means. I think you should turn all your drugs in.
Oh yeah.
To me.
Don't let them confiscate your weapons, but turn in your drugs.
So
how about them trees?
This morning, prior to going on the air, and if you're watching on YouTube, well, we picked up somebody there. Please go to YouTube and watch, and I'm going to show you the look I got from Scotty.
Yeah, you just got the eyes right.
That was the.
he was trying to say something that was irritating me.
Well, I couldn't see it, so I just had to do it.
Yeah, no, you got it.
Scotty gave me the evil eye this morning.
Not quite. He had a lot more neck in there. I could do the evil eye what doing the neck.
What are you trying to say about my neck?
Because in there you had your head all tilted back. It was looking a little strange.
Do I have a turkey neck?
I didn't say that.
Sometimes I do. Like when I got more chins than
I know you choke your chicken, but I know nothing about your turkey.
I have never denied that.
You've never done what?
Denied choking the chicken.
Denied it, yes.
Well, oh yeah. Shoot. I tell you what.
I used to work with a guy that used to make the comment all the time that, when we would make jokes about him having a girlfriend. He says, why? Nobody can love me better than I can love me.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a little weird.
Well, no. I've never done that wrong. I mean, it's early. I've never masturbated wrong.
Oh.
Hey.
People just spit coffee on the windshields of their cars. You know that, right?
They better get to work. How about that? Sitting around goofing off listening to Just for
right
Fun
now.
Radio.
Right now, we're gonna flip over and somebody go, I reckon I-20 in Tar Hill.
There's a huge fire.
Blue Tacoma.
There's a huge fire going on I-75 south of Atlanta, I guess.
And what is it?
Blocked both roads. I don't know what was in the truck, but they said the fire was so bad.
A rig then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They said the truck, it was burning so bad they closed both sides of the road.
Man, I remember that one time, one time in Bank Camp, but there was a fire.
Did you
really? Fire? God, that sounded so redneck.
Far.
Anyways, a rig went against the wall and the fire was so hot that it actually destroyed all the concrete in the median from where it hit, and then the fire, and I mean, it's just kind of weird when you see that. Can you think about fire being so hot that concrete dissolves itself?
Fire, like molten lava.
Yeah, man.
You come on. So
let's bring up a funny. Oh, well, you got one?
No.
Oh,
crap! I just went to Twitter.
I was gonna bring up. So Mike's telling me that he wants me to reach out to a person I know.
Oh, we're just gonna bring up my personal stuff. Okay.
It was funny.
No. Okay, go ahead. Now
I told you let's save it for the show. And he's like, "Hey man, I need you to send that girl a note."
Not a note, just an intro.
Yeah, but it might as well sound high school when I tell the story.
Well, she
needs you to send this girl a note and let her know what kind of guy.
Request, but she was talking about ghosting, and so now I'm talking to her, and she's not answering me back. So I was kind of like, "Wow, I feel a little bit like Casper." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "I feel like a little ghosting's going on here." So,
yeah, but y'all have not gone anywhere. You've not really done anything.
No,
it's not like you've been ghosted, if that's the word we're going to go with.
Accepted my friend request. Let's just go with that.
Oh, it's Facebook. It's just Facebook, dude.
Bella accepted my friend request.
Bella licks her ass. Her taste means nothing.
Apparently it does.
Well,
I'm just saying. It ain't my thing.
I'm just telling you.
It ain't my thing.
I'm just telling you, just because my dog says pet me, Mike, does not mean that she likes you. She has no taste.
Little flavor there.
Oh my God.
I didn't. You said
butt crack jerky. We'll see how good that sells.
Wait now. I'm looking for our other venture. Yeah, there might be some. God, I don't want to say eatables, edibles, but yeah.
Write this one down.
No.
You're going to want to.
No, because I'm just going to remember it. And then when I'm by myself, I write it down. It's my idea.
Tossed sausage jerky.
Oh, my God.
How many people would buy it?
None. Well, we could sell commissaries in jail.
And we have to do a commercial like the Macho Man did. Slip into a Slim Jim.
Toss your sausage.
See,
God, I did that pretty good.
Telling you,
yeah,
toss your sausage jerky.
I can't even. I'm screwing it up right now because it's horrible time.
And we'd have to get a big bodybuilder, but he'd have to be gay. He'd be like, "Toss your sausage jerky."
You know, 20 years ago, if you said that, I'd been like, "No way." Today, I'm thinking like, "Well, we got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one." Holy!
How about we're sitting in this ride yesterday? This dude had on this weird green. Freaking neon green wig, and I said, "Damn, he got a Zach do," because you know Zach's hairdo. So anyway, Mike's wanting me to hook him up with all these women. I'm just like scrolling down my Facebook, going, "You should talk to her, and you should talk to her."
When you say hook up, you make it sound so.
I don't mean it to
cheap and tawdry.
No.
No, really, I want to go with cheap and tawdry.
You're an asshole. If it was 2010 and I said hooked up, I would definitely take an interpretation of my meaning of hook up, meaning sexual. But now I don't think that way as much. You would have to, when I say hook you up, I mean introduce you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just
hooked up, like I hooked up with a girl. That's one way of saying hooked up. But when I'm saying you want me to hook you up with somebody, it means you want me to introduce you. But anyways, he's wanting me to introduce him to these girls. And I'm like, just send him some messages, dude. I mean, how weird is it going to be
but here's the thing.
At our age me to say, hey, I want you to meet my friend Mikey?
Okay. Well, the young lady that is, that's, I'm bringing on board because she's a model and she's going to be doing the labels for our stuff there. I can send her a message, right? But she was being honest with me. She gets hundreds a day.
I'm sure.
Because she's a very attractive woman.
When I was single, I got all sorts of messages all the time.
It's always got to be about Scotty.
No, but I was going to say it took a long time for that kind of stuff to stop.
Man, I'm telling you, there's another young lady I'm talking to, and she's a model. Her name's Cassandra, and it's really amazing because we met on a different group, and it's kind of a pretty vulgar, rude.
Herpes Anonymous?
No, it's called Kiss My Ass.
Might as well be Herpes Anonymous.
Yeah, it's Kiss My Ass. I think this is actually Kiss My Ass too, but she's very nice, very sweet. She's a model. Well, she sent me kind of a provocative picture,
No, you don't say.
Yeah. Well, no, this is kind of different because usually when these type of people on those type of groups,
I love how he just says that. Yeah.
They're different because they do not like the rules of Facebook.
Who does?
It is. Let me tell you something. The rules of Facebook
my desk looks horrible.
The whole studio.
I'm just looking at how messy we are right now.
We have a SIED went off in here. Studio Improvised Explosive Device.
So get back to your nudie pictures.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. Okay, so no, it's not a nudie, but it is relatively provocative. The point I'm trying to make is that most of the people in these groups, if you try to PM them, private message them, they won't answer you.
Well, yeah, because you're an outsider.
They won't even accept a friend request. She immediately did, and we talk just about every day, just talking about world issues. And so there are people out there.
How's the weather? I mean,
yeah, but you know what? I've never asked her if she's married. I've never asked her if she's in a relationship. Never asked her if she lives.
You don't need to ask all that.
Yeah,
so how about Mike says to me, well, you need to send these people, females,
just one
these people,
woman.
These messages saying,
one woman.
Look, so I'm my very best friend Mikey, such a good guy, and I'm like, why? I said, why do you want me to lie to her? And he just looks at me.
Well, that's going to happen anyway. So.
Like, why would you want me? So you want me to start off y'all's encounter based on a lie?
That sounded so.
A, you're not my best friend, and B, you're not a nice guy.
Man, you know what?
Why wouldn't I just send her a message and say, hey, dude, I know this bigot. You should talk to him.
This hurt just keeps coming. Shall we talk about the text messages before the show this morning at like 5:30 in the morning?
Which one?
The one with Steph saying that she won't be able to make it in today. Redneck Steph has a little family thing going on today, but so she says she won't be able to make it in today. Can you guys just do it? And Scotty says, yeah, but it will suck. Yeah, y'all feel that uncomfortable break in the air.
I don't see what the complaint is here.
Basically what Scotty was saying in a nutshell.
It always works better with 3 people firing on all 3 cylinders.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, perfect case scenario. Now read the part where you say, well, if it's just me and Mike, it'll suck.
Because it would only be 2 people.
Read the text, you big meanie. Go ahead, read the text. Crystal, I know you're listening.
I said, I'm just being honest with you.
No, see how you put the phone down? Crystal, I know you're listening. Curb your dog.
Curb your dog. I was just telling her that
I know Crystal
I'm tired. I said I'm tired.
Oh, you had to.
I know you most likely would be tired. It's easier with 3 people firing all the time versus 2 people that go,
oh my God.
All these other people send messages every morning to go, man, we need some good music. Crank it up. We are half awake. We need y'all to get us giggling. And I'm left with you.
Yeah, see, that hurts.
Let me pick up this piece of board over here and smack you in the head. That hurts.
I can't believe you're going to hit Dawn yesterday with that.
Oh, my God.
That was kind of an extended.
Do you think that was an extended hug? And do you think that she would like it?
I'm going to be honest. I don't think she would have even known you did it.
That's the point.
There's a lot of junk in that trunk. Don,
I'm leaving that alone because that's funny. I can't be that big of a perv on the show.
Don, you do know that you have a big ass, and you do know that you were in a very. I got him. Do you know that you're a very provocative?
That's pure Coke this morning too, not like watered down stuff.
Where'd you get that Peruvian?
Coca-Cola.
Oh,
I just burned my nostrils.
Yeah, can y'all handle it without me? Ashes and feeling good. This is Scotty texting back. Pretty, it will suck with just 2.
I was supposed to say sure because I was typing real fast.
So basically, it's going to suck with me. And then I love Scotty backpedaling because Crystal had to have jumped in here. He goes, I'm not trying to be a.
No, I was already typing that before she typed in.
And of course, Crystal, the sweetheart, just the whole reason. Seriously, I come here.
You need to hurry up. You're dragging this lie out.
She just
I love how you are trying to paint it to be different.
Crystal makes it worth it. She is. Thank God there's so much good in Crystal that it covers your bad, and there's a little left over for the rest.
We're only doing a show till 8. Hurry up.
And then it says, when I tell Scotty, oh, okay, so it sucked. I said if I had feelings, they'd be hurt right now. Scotty answers back with, get your ass here and be funny about it. That's actually a pretty good phrase. Get your ass here and you better be funny when you get here. I don't feel funny.
That's right. I did it.
Oh, wow.
You missed yesterday, dude. So I call out a ticket to
So we're going to bring up the fact that I don't ride motorcycles again.
No,
you didn't.
Pain,
the hurt.
You weren't there for the second half.
Yeah, because I didn't have a motorcycle.
So anyways, I call out 6 numbers. One of them was a 6. The 4th number would have been a 6.
What are the chances of that happening? 1 in 10.
The guy who thought he won this TV comes up, and he's taking forever. And then he yells, woo! He's like the highest energy guy in the room. I said, now that's a guy that won something. So as he starts walking and he's giggling, I said, this is like watching Maury Povich. Guess what? You are not the baby's daddy.
Oh, yeah.
So he comes up and gives me the ticket, and I look, and it was supposed to be a 9. He had a 6. And I said, bah, 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 you read it wrong. So, in fact, you are not the baby's daddy. And he walked off, and it was just the funniest thing ever. A few seconds later, an older guy to get a TV. So he comes up, and of course, he's an older gray hair fella. And I just did the joke about Maury Povich. You are the baby's daddy. So he comes up and says, and now everybody in the audience is still laughing. He says, "Hey, man, what'd I win?" I said, "You are the baby's granddaddy." He goes, "I want a kid." I said, "No, you want a TV." He goes, "A TV." And I pointed. I said, "Yeah, that 50-inch." He goes, "Huh, how am I supposed to get that home?" I said, "I'll make sure I take it home for you and test it out for you if you want."
Damn, man, that is good. He did bring up a couple of good points.
He won a Ford. Is it considered a 4D? It's whatever the new ones are.
4K.
4K. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not up on the whole. I mean, if we had a show called Tech Talk that talked about
my brain, dude.
That talks about.
I ran a 4K in here before I bought that new one, and
I can't even walk a 4K.
The problem is the 4K. If you wanted it to be this close, it would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But you see how small those letters are right there? That's how small all the letters would be. It would make your screen huge. It'd give you more landscape, but you can't enlarge any of the words.
My 4K on my drone, which I know is a sore subject, but is awesome. That camera is amazing. It's you have to have.
Yeah, I was hoping to have some video from that.
No way, dude. Too many wires, and I'll be honest. I'm not that good of a UAV pilot.
We know that.
Yeah, I agree though. It would have been cool over like the police car. That's what I was thinking. Maybe talking.
I think if I could have just had you take it and fly it from the starting line of the bikes over the bikes, not even moving bikes, just parked bikes. That would have been a cool video.
Such a violation of the law, though. I know,
dude. How many people have you ever violated?
Oh, the list is long and distinguished.
So all of a sudden, you have a conscience.
All of a sudden.
That's a state of confusion when I say all of a sudden that many times. You have violated goats, sheep, mules, a couple of and you all of a sudden develop a conscience to where you think I can't fly this drone over some motorcycles.
That was in college.
I don't get it.
I went.
Hell, I feel violated every day I walk past you and you try to tickle my nutsack.
Well, you know what? It's hanging so low, I feel bad.
But you're worried about violating somebody with a drone.
Like petting an ugly puppy.
I feel like it's violating. That's okay, Monica. Just lean your head back. Let's go to commercial. We'll be right back.
An ugly puppy.
Wipe the coffee off your windshields. I shouldn't have said we violated. We trying to tickle my nutsack.
Yeah, that you can't even see the highway. There's so much fire. How about the lady that shot the cop? Oh my God!
About that.
And
I'm tripping out over the whole.
Hey,
because the gorilla wasn't hurt.
Man, I would have RPG'd that gorilla. Because how long does it take for the trank to go? Hairy bastard. The mother thing is a whole different story, but I'm not having sex with a gorilla. Hey, if I send you a link to something, will you? I think it's bleeped out. We might have to listen to it. You know, the TV series Roots came out last night. Did you hear Snoop Dogg's review of it?
I watched the original. Did you?
Oh yeah, of course.
I said
I even had to watch it for.
Yeah, I had to watch it in school. I never really watched it, but then when I was a
See if I can just so you.
Yeah, man. Look, when it's close, you can see that. What y'all think of that, huh? Me and Mike both look like fire ashes. Oh, we are.
Freaking YouTube adds 100 pounds.
Look at how dirty my desk is, man. See, when the camera's that far back, you don't see that desk.
Oh, shoot. Hey, take the camera outside, Scotty. Show them what it's like when trailer with a blown out freaking tire and beer cans.
It does not have a blown out tire. It has 2 blown out tires. Those puppies dry rotted, man.
And then, come on, why can't? How would you even put?
I love that. And it has a blown out tire. No, it does not. It has 2 blown out tires. Yeah, I got to get my ass in gear, dude. I've got so much going on. How about, did you read where my bus is stuck in Social Circle?
I thought, to tell you the truth, I thought it was a joke.
No, man.
I pulled up this morning. I went, damn, it was
somebody pulled out in front of the bikes. Travis ended up having to slam on the brakes to like throw people towards the windshield, slam on the brakes, and now one of the calibers are locked up.
I'm here to tell you when I heard it. This morning it wasn't here. I was like,
yeah, I got to deal with that this week sometime. What?
Shit underneath there.
Oh, stop it.
No, you're going to introduce me to
something. You can say whatever you want. I'm still not putting you through no.
2 alligators found eating dead bodies in Florida.
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
Oh, my God. Oh, wait, we got to do Snoop. Here, listen.
Hold on. No, wait till we go live.
I got you.
Okay, well, too late. We're going live. Well, you just give me the Cliff Notes version. And we're back. Well, Mike sitting here got like 2 stories.
Yeah.
He just put the mic up to it. Let's just let it play.
Well,
oh yeah, never mind.
Every other word. Yeah.
Yeah, just unplug it then. Don't even worry about it. Turn it down.
All right. Yeah. I'll just say.
So just give us the Cliff Notes version of what you're talking about.
Snoop. Last night, Roots came out.
The new version of Roots.
Okay,
from the History Channel,
from the movie that came out. What was it? 40 years ago. So in 1977, it was the landmark, show from Alex Haley's novel, Roots, and it basically was exploring the horrors of American slavery. So now they're doing a TV show and bringing all this back. And
the bad thing is, it's like that bull crap hadn't been pushed enough, and not the show, but
there's enough.
Isn't there enough where people are trying to cause whites and blacks to hate each other without bringing that up?
Yeah, and you know what's really funny is
that's the downfall. Yeah, hadn't we had enough of that?
Man, you were just like, you're in bad shape, aren't you?
That was a good save right there, baby. That was right on top of electrical cable.
Yeah, dumped his drink into the electrical abyss that we have in the middle of the table.
Oh, that's a good save, though.
All right, so basically,
I got a splinter from it, though.
Never mind, I can't go there. Snoop Dogg basically rails it, man. I mean, he just rants off on it. Now, look, when you say Snoop Dogg rants off on something, it's not like he jumps up.
What is his point? Is what I'm getting.
He doesn't get up and run around or nothing.
What's his view? Give us like the Cliff Notes version. What's his view on it?
I'm sick of this. How the blank they gonna put Roots on Memorial Day? Subdued Snoop asked the selfie, or asked the video. They're just gonna keep beating that blank into our heads.
And see, that's my point. They're just going to keep beating it in our. When are we going to move past it? Not every white person was into that. B, that was so far ago that it has nothing to do with my family.
Well, and
has nothing to do with your family. When I have sat here and I've listened to people go, my grandma was a slave.
Mm-hmm.
I sit down and I look at them and go, how old's your mama? Mm-hmm. And they tell me their mother's age and I date it back. I say, now, how old's your because they say my grandma, and I'm like, so how old's your grandma? They tell me the grandma's age. I go, you do realize it's not possible. Well, she was still a slave to the system. I said, then that makes you a friggin' liar because your grandma is no slave. I'm so sick of hearing that. My grandma was a slave. You're an idiot.
Well, I mean, let's look at it this way too. My grandfather was an immigrant, came from Sicily. My grandmother family was here. They were also Italian, but my grandmother's family was extremely wealthy. They more than likely, if they didn't have slaves, they had servants. Okay.
Big difference between a person that's getting paid and a person that's getting beat.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing is during the Great Depression, people were jumping out of buildings, killing themselves. Right?
Yes.
My family owned buildings in New York and on Manhattan and Long Island.
Then why are you so broke?
That's the point I'm trying to get at here is
I know I was just kind of poking you to
tell
the story.
If you're going to sit there and cry that your family's it was in slavery and all that other stuff, but yet the highest position in the world, the presidency of the United States, is sitting by a black man, an African American man and family, and you're not making it, it's kind of your damn fault, because in my family it went the other way with me. My brothers are successful. I went in the military. I live hand to foot.
What makes no sense to me is this, though. To me, this has nothing to do with the black and white thing of 2016.
Yeah.
This is, let's just keep picking a scab that's never going to heal if we keep picking it. Let's just keep irritating people. Let's keep having people standing on hoods in Ferguson screaming, burn this puppy down. Let's keep agitating a bad situation.
Do you think they gave it any consideration?
People, man,
when they're making it,
all these people gotta know how naive could they be?
Okay, you just need to back that question.
No. How naive can you be?
Well,
you're at okay.
Yeah.
I'm at a roadblock.
Okay.
It's New Year's night. New Year's Eve night, right? Or now New Year's because it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm at a roadblock. Can I be so stupid, not naive, let's just call it stupid, but let's start out with the word naive. Can I be so naive to go, hey, Mott, give me a sip of that Jack Daniels. Can you believe they got a roadblock? It's only New Year's.
Yeah.
Can you be that stupid?
I got you. I'm tracking you.
Can you be that stupid? I just dumbed it down as easy as anybody in the world could get. Okay, how about this? Let's just piss the Jewish people off and start bringing up more movies about how Hitler killed people. And in this time, instead of it being a movie showing where some of the white people were in concentration camps for fighting in the war against the Nazis, instead of showing all about how, the Jewish community were in concentration camps and they were getting murdered, let's praise the Nazis. Do we think that would irritate some people? Because as long as you keep doing it, and as long as you keep irritating it, you're always going to keep it in the eyes of everybody and keep everybody pissed off about it.
Well, the last World War II
how many people are going to walk around? I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know how many people are probably walking around today with a chip on their shoulder?
Oh, yeah, quite a few. Plus now Snoop. Snoop's kind of an icon, man. The folks at the Ron Deerdicks of the world, that group, that extreme sports, do whatever, Fantasy Factory folks.
Fantasy Factory.
Those guys, and Snoop says don't like it. Every last one of those right now does not like that show.
Doesn't like what? Icon.
Roots.
Okay.
He speaks.
Why do you bring up Rob Dyrdek?
Him and Snoop are really good friends.
Okay, I got you on that part. But I didn't know if he was involved with the making of the movies.
Rob Dyrdek, Dyrdek is an icon for the extreme sports.
Yes,
for the X Games.
He's just got his hands in more stuff.
Everything.
Monster, dude, it's insane how much he's in DC. That shoe company and shirt company.
Shirts, hats, he helps Chanel East Coast,
he's
West Coast with the modeling and the rapping, and he is just, and he gives probably more than half of it back. Right. So that's why I was bringing him up. So I just got a text that said the comparison between the Nazis and the slaves may not go over well, guys. Hate Scotty.
Hey,
no.
In your opinion is just like what my dog's over there licking right now. The point is, if I just said that and you just got a little irritated, then my point was correct. And my comparison did work. Because as long as you're going to keep pointing out all the hardships and all the nastiness that humans have done to each other, it's never going to go away. The black-white thing is never going to go away as long as everybody keeps pushing it and making an objective out of it.
Well, yeah, I kind of look at it maybe a little bit different, is that I think what we're doing here is these guys that are filming it, they think they're doing some type of documentary, they're making a milestone. They're making something that's archivable. They're promoting history. No, they're really not. And I think it's just BS.
I mean, the movie was good. It was great. Not the new one, the old one I watched. It was great because it taught us things that we didn't know.
Yeah.
The problem is, in the 80s, we didn't have the problems we have now.
No.
So watching Roots then didn't escalate any of the problems because those problems didn't exist. Everybody goes, well, yes, they did. Well, we didn't see it. And I lived in a predominantly black neighborhood, and we didn't have those problems. We all had mutual respect for each other. Now, it's such a problem with the whole Black Lives Matter. Everybody's hating on the cops. And I'm not saying everybody, just the Black Lives Matter people are hating on the cops. Ever since the Ferguson crap, everybody's got this grudge against the cops. Everybody's got the grudge against the white cops. They got the grudge against the black cops. They're calling the black cops Uncle Toms. Half these people that are saying Uncle Tom don't even know what a damn Uncle Tom is. They're just saying it because they've heard their parents say it, but they don't even know what the meaning is because they're not from the 70s and 80s when that word was even used then.
Right.
The problem is, as long as you keep throwing this out, you're going to take this movie Roots. You're going to put it in front of these kids of today's times, today's mentalities, and they have no idea about how the 70s and the 80s and hell, even the 90s were. You're going to take these people that are already trying to be F the police, F the white police, and now you're going to give them this to watch, which is just going to irritate a situation. It's why we don't need it. We need to be pushing some more peace and harmony and not pushing more stuff that's going to bring up grudge matches.
That doesn't sell advertisement.
Yeah, well, that seems to be a problem now, doesn't it?
It doesn't sell advertisement. So why do it? I mean, the last World War II movie was really Fury with Brad Pitt. And that was a dynamite movie. But they showed the Jews they didn't show the Jews in a bad way. And they really didn't show the Germans other than the enemy.
Man, there was one I watched not too long ago, and I wish I could think of what the movie was, but having to watch the concentration camps with the Jewish people, the Jewish community, if you will, then was horrible.
Oh God.
It was absolutely horrible. And people, you can hate me for right now for what I'm about to say. For anybody that thinks what the Jews, what the black folks had to deal with as slaves was horrible, it was horrible. I'm not saying it wasn't. They got treated worse than animals. I get that. What Hitler did to the Jews was just so much worse, man.
Yeah,
it was so much worse. It was unbearable when I was watching them, and this is based on all true proven facts, and them just killing people and bulldozing them over in ditches, man. I mean, just
Wow, this story went bad.
So, anyways, let's get on to something
else. Okay, did you see where
I'm glad Snoop Dogg stood up and said that this was ridiculous.
I am too. It means a lot. That guy, it
means a lot because he's looking at it saying the same thing that it's absolutely stupid to keep hashing out the old stuff.
And he says, let's show what our people are doing now. Look, I don't mind there being a separation of people because it's obvious, but there's so many people now that would defend, the other side. Basically, a war is impossible. So I think what you're going to have, and Danny and I, the Variable Speed co-host of mine, we talked about this one night. There's going to be little internal things going on, but isn't there now? I mean,
we'll get to the story about the alligator.
I'm trying to find that alligator again. I got out of it to do the other story. Man, what's the deal with alligators all of a sudden coming up into people's yards?
Here's the thing. People got to remember that as long as let's look at it this way. Florida was mostly swampland. Yeah, they start closing down all this stuff and making houses and rerouting water and making swamplands into dry land. And where do you think these animals are going to end up? It's just like watching the armadillo that didn't used to be in Georgia, and now they're all over Georgia. Used to it was just South Georgia, then it was mid-Georgia, and hell, now all the time we're hearing about them in this area, and we're seeing them on the side of the road. They're all migrating. And the thing, too, is how many people buy these alligators as pets and then throw them? There's one off of Roswell Road area in Holcomb Bridge, and, I mean, come on, they're going to be places.
What the heck is that all about, too? You buy these exotic animals and then you pitch them when you don't like them, or you find out you got to feed them?
You got to find out you got to feed them.
All right. Now, look, this first alligator, maybe we should have Just for Fun Radio, Alligator Watch, Gator Watch. Okay, this one's in
the sharks, too, dude. Hey, the sharks have been getting crazy.
Gwinnett County, man. This is Gwinnett
I'm going to get one and turn it loose in this backyard here.
A 5-foot alligator was spotted swimming in a 1-acre pond.
Isn't that something?
You know how big a 1-acre pond is, and I'm not being funny here.
Yeah.
But that ain't big.
That's really like, I used to know the measurements. I think it's like, Alex will probably tell you, but I think it's just like 210 by 210 square can make an acre.
Holy crap, noise.
As far as feet, 210 by 210. I can't remember. It's just something that simple, though.
A 5-foot alligator. He's going to need to eat.
And all the neighborhood cats, anything that comes to that water to get a sip of water, it's going to look like a gazelle in Africa coming down to get a sip of water.
How about all the kids? I mean, it's summer.
Yeah.
Stuff is, but I must have hit a nerve.
No.
Okay.
I didn't turn my phone on silent.
Mine
That's
started,
an email.
Mine started buzzing too. I was like, oh, must have hit a nerve. Because you know what people are going to say? Oh, it's not true. They're just trying to get, they're just trying to get attention.
Well, look, they've already had something, and this is like a week or so ago when it was like 5 shark attacks from Jacksonville down to Miami on that East Coast line. And one person had been bit 3 times by the same damn shark. Yeah. They just showed a little boy the other day that was latched on to. Saturday morning, I woke up and watched that one.
Now,
everything is starting to, you got to realize when you start killing off its food sources, it's going to go elsewhere to eat.
Oh, yeah. Now, I have a white coyote.
Hold on 1 second. I just got 1 acre is 43,560 square feet.
Okay.
So that didn't really give me that measurement left to right like I thought. I just was saying, I just remember throwing that out there. Yes, it's 208.71 by 208.71. So that's why I was guessing. It was like 210 by 210. So that's good. I just remembered that one time from having to measure my old guard at my other house. Because I was I think it was like 175 deep, and I had 300-foot lots. So I was 300 wide by 175 deep.
How about these knuckleheads are saying a very polite alligator visits its human neighbors and tries to ring the doorbell?
Feed me, Seymour. I mean, really?
How stupid can people be?
People need to realize this. No matter what you do, nature is still going to take its course. You're not going to convince this animal that it's not what it is. You know, back before I started, I used to do snakes, and then I decided to be done with snakes. And because no matter what, it's a snake. You know, I was bit in the face by an 11-foot snake, a boa, and it almost took out my right eye. Ew. And that's back when it used to be Pet Stuff, before PetSmart bought Pet Stuff out. It's back when PetSmart came out and Pet Stuff came out. And then they ended up passing a law stating that, you know, I think it's if it's more than 3 feet long or 4 feet long, it's not supposed to be out in public.
I know. That's why I have to stay in the house a lot.
So anyhow, you're never going to change a creature from being a creature. So then when I started kind of getting into lizards and stuff, I started doing a lot of reading about if I wanted what's called a monitor or if I wanted something such as an iguana. Because a Savannah monitor, even though it's nice and cute, it's still got claws and it's still going to want to eat flesh because that's what monitors do. And one of the shops I went into, there's this shop a lot of people don't even know exists, over off of Peachtree Industrial.
Yeah.
And they sell upwards to 6 foot big reptiles. And there was a Nile monitor that they had, and it looked like it was in a casket. And the dude opened it up and brought it out, and it was so large, and this is no exaggeration, this thing was over 8 feet long. It looked like a little alligator. He stood over it with it between his legs. He had its left leg in front of his left foot, its right leg. It's now his front legs. The left front leg's in front of the human's left foot. The right front leg is in front of the human's right front leg. He had on leather welding gloves and was holding it by its leg so it couldn't run across the floor. And he was just showing me. And as this thing was turning its head, it was trying to latch onto his leather welding gloves. And at one point, it did, to the point the dude slid his right hand out of the glove and just let that thing chew on that. And then he had to go, yeah, it's pretty cool, ain't it? And I'm going, yeah, man, I bet the poodle would last a real long time in the house with that. I said, what would you do with this creature? Yeah. He says, well, I've got my room set up for it. And I said, what did you do? He says, well, I had to take all this acrylic, which is plexiglass, and screw it to all the walls in this bedroom. He had an 8x8 bedroom he turned into this creature's bedroom. So he's got acrylic on the floor, acrylic on the walls, and then got all the cracked silicone because it poops, pees, water's everywhere, cedar shavings are on the floor. And I'm like, so you do this just to have this lizard.
Now, let me ask
you destroyed your house just so you can have this lizard because it's 8 feet long.
Let me ask you a question, because you and I have very similar friends. Well, you know, used to. When I was working in nightclubs and all, I cannot tell you how many people, not just women, but how many people I knew that would want you to come over to see their 9-foot anaconda.
Yeah.
Their huge iguana.
Okay, somebody I know had a girl. Now that you mention this, it was a stripper girl that I knew.
I might be the same one
that had 2 of these. And she had to take them over to her brother's house because the apartment complex found out she had them. So she took them over to her brother's house.
This might be the same.
And this dude's like, hey, man, you should come over and watch us feed my sister snakes. I said, Jesus Christ, one of them's head was bigger than my hand. So I'm like, so what do you feed it? We went and bought some bunny rabbits. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so you want me to come watch your sister's snake murder 2 bunny rabbits, and that's what you want me to come see? Mm-hmm. No, there's not like a football game on? You want me to come watch the murder of 2 baby rabbits?
I rather watch.
I shouldn't even call them babies. Yeah. They were full grown. Well, and, I mean, I understand. Listen, I used to have snakes. I don't have a problem feeding rats. I actually was smart enough that I purchased lab rats out of New York. They came to my house frozen. I buy them by the dozen. They're individually sealed. They're raised in New York.
They have a stick on them?
Yes, it might as well be. Their tail's frozen. But, you know, they're 100% safe. They don't have diseases, any of that kind of stuff. And they used to stay in my freezer. You would just take them. It's just like heating up some tater tots. You take them out, put them in the microwave, heat it up, let it cool, serve it to the snake. I had a 10-foot snake.
Did you ever accidentally eat a mouse?
No, but I will tell you a funny. So there was a girl I dated back in the day that did dog rescue.
I'm Nikki.
Shut up. So she did dog rescue, and we ended up rescuing this 10-foot snake from Newton County because somebody got evicted. The snake got left. Newton County only knows what to do with animals, such as cats and dogs. They know nothing about snakes. So she brought home a Chihuahua one day.
Awesome.
That was near death, and it accidentally died. So that got put in the freezer, and then she was supposed to take it to work the next day to cremate it and forgot it was in the freezer. And then I always had rats at that point. So we get rid of the snake. The girlfriend leaves. A year goes by. Somebody else is in my freezer one day snatching stuff out of the freezer and goes, "Oh, my God, what is there a Chihuahua doing in your freezer?"
Wow.
And then a 12-inch rat's found. And it's like, what the hell is going on in your house? Let's just say that person never came back to my house.
Wow. The point I was really
and then I move in this house and I put a bobcat in the freezer. So I think maybe I got an addiction to putting animals in freezers.
I'm going to stay right here in my chair.
I'll have to cut you up in a small packages to put
Why?
you in there.
You got a chest freezer. Boom, boom, boom.
Not your size.
Stop it. Okay, Check this out. I think, and this is where I was going with my part of the story is, I think, and you know how I'm like a online Psychology Today psychiatrist, or I should be a sociologist or never mind. Okay, so I think people that own these type of animals they're really not obsessed with them like they portray themselves. I think they like the shock and awe when other people see it. I think they get off on shocking people with their shocking exotic animals. And the reason why I say that is I think everybody knows my feelings about snakes and spiders. In fact, in church this last weekend, I brought up the fact that I was upset with Noah for bringing 2 snakes and 2 spiders on the ark. He could have just
I don't know that he took the spiders. They may have just ended up on the ark.
Okay, well, you know what you do to a spider?
I mean,
when you're in the middle of the ocean and you can't see land and there's a spider on the little arm rail right there, you know what you do? Demonstration, please.
You should have fed the spiders to the seagulls. They needed some food.
Here, just viewers, listeners, if you didn't catch that, just thump them off into the ocean.
That is hilarious.
These animals do not show you any affection. And they'll go,
well, they're creatures, dude.
Yeah, people go, oh, my snake. No, they want you to feed them.
You know, that's the thing is, it's kind of like the people that raise chimpanzees. What they don't realize is if you go back and watch and research, like when animals attack, there's a certain thing called maturity. When these male chimpanzees can be, bubbly, nice and sweet, but then when they hit maturity, their brain has a switch in it, and it doesn't matter what you've done. There's been so many cases of where people have raised a chimpanzee with their baby, and then the chimpanzee, when it becomes more of an adult, it becomes aggressive, and it has a lot more strength than a regular human, and they have thrown babies across rooms. You can go find all this information out for yourself. You don't have to say, Scotty's just making it up, because it's out there, dude. I used to watch National Geographic. Y'all can go watch it, too. These animals,
I knew you were going to bring this.
The tigers are still going to be tigers. The lions are still going to be lions. You can't expect it not to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you're not currently watching YouTube, please go to subscribe to our channel, or Just for Fun Radio.
What's that got to do with anything?
Because I want them to watch this next part, because you and I are going to disagree heavily.
We're going to a commercial. So save that.
We're going to save it. So
we'll be right
back. Call all your friends and tell them to listen.
Be right back.
And to watch on YouTube, because it's about to get real up in here.
You're an idiot. We'll be right back, everybody.
I got some weed. I got the gorilla story.
Okay. $30. Not 30. 30.
Snoop. Good deal.
This goes out for the Snoop D-O-double-G hating on that TV.
Good one. Good one. Loads of dough.
Gin and juice. And sipping on gin and juice. I said we were going to probably play more songs. Heck, we're talking it up like it ain't nothing.
We got a frozen mouse in your pocket?
You're part of it. No, it's in the fridge. You know, finding a frozen rat is one thing. But when you got this girl finding a frozen chihuahua, it's a little different.
Freaking imagine. And then you have a frozen
Hold on, let's go back to that.
Yeah, fair.
All right, we're back. So I said something to Mike just a second ago about here I was worried, saying we were going to play a little more music this morning. And I said, but we're talking it up. And he says, what do you mean you got a frozen mouse in your pocket?
Got a frozen chihuahua in your freezer?
But, you know, I told him, I said, it's one thing for somebody to find a packaged white frozen rat. Because
what do you mean by that?
Because you can say, oh, I feed my snake. But when the girl found the frozen chihuahua, there's not a whole lot you can say to that. It was right next to the frozen peas. It was a little concerning.
So what do you?
And you know, it's been in the freezer for like well over a year, and you're like, oh man, I wondered where that went.
Damn, freezer burn.
It was just crazy because you're just like, damn, I forgot that was in there.
Oh man.
And we've been passing it forever and just never looked in the bag.
Did you would grab it obviously
and move it around, but never
Man.
feel the bones to realize that's what it was.
That is so
funny,
weird,
creepy, Jeffrey Dahmer-ish.
Did he
and then
freeze?
we moved in this house, and I put in like a 75-pound bobcat.
Okay,
my wife is still like, how crazy is it that you have a bobcat in the freezer? I don't anymore, y'all. We took it back to the neighbor and buried it.
Well, you know, in Kabul, I had to send the guys out to go get a frozen cat head. Rabies is a real big deal in these camps, you know.
And what the hell's a frozen cat head got to do about it?
As soon as they find a cat that might be rabid, they kill it and they would lop the head off and freeze it. And apparently that's where they can find the genes or the virus
for the rabies.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that makes sense. So y'all needed it for study purposes.
Well, not us personally, the veterinarian.
Not you, but they would call you and tell you to go get it one.
Because I'm the guy that would put it on a stick and keep it on my desk.
Yeah, I would too. And I'd put a string on its mouth and be like, are you talking to me?
You know what I used to do? This is crazy.
Look, I got a wussy on a stick.
You take
like a jalapeno on a stick.
Remember the old paper bags that we used to get our groceries in? Yeah,
when they used to could say paper or plastic.
Yeah. Well, I used to take 2 rulers and put a rubber band around them and twist them all up until they're all twisted. And if you let them go, they'd go. Well, I'd do that, and then I'd put them in a brown paper bag, and I'd fold the brown paper bag down and roll it Okay, so that as soon as somebody picked it up, it would have enough space for the
pencils. Joking of the rattlesnake.
Yeah, and then we had a little remote control rat. And over at this one table where people used to always leave stuff, I go, don't leave your crap there on that table. And they go, I'm just going to leave it here for a minute. And I go, okay, well, hand me that bag then. And they pick it up and it, and then we'd send the rat after him. And because, in Afghanistan, there are some huge, it's like Texas. Dude, there are ants the size of your thumb. There's scorpions. They're freaking rats that are so big. It's just like, and they're not afraid of anything. All right, hey, let's get to a good story right now. You heard about the gorilla issue, right?
Yeah, and I'm pissed.
I know, man. And
why shoot the gorilla?
Because there was a little look. Human life
wasn't hurting the baby.
What do you think it was going to do?
It actually, the baby looked like it was drowning at one point, and it leaned the baby up.
Didn't we just talk about that? Basically, wild animals appreciate us and love us and care about us so they can eat us.
Gorillas do not eat humans.
No, they just pull them apart for
Have you not seen The Prowling Today? Sorry, I was trying to be serious, and I couldn't even be serious when I said that. You saw me. I was trying to be serious, and it just was not coming out of my mouth. I'm sorry.
Quick, let's go to a Pampered Puppy commercial.
Have you ever seen Planet Today? Sorry. Did you ever see Grill in the Mist? Nope, but I sure drank some Canadian Mist once with some wild turkeys. Not turkeys, but there was more than one bottle.
We went to see Gorillas in the Mist when we lived in Germany, and it was called Gorillas Neighbor. And we were like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, though. What was that woman's name? What was that doctor's name?
Sigourney Weaver.
No. So
that's the only answer I can give you.
Let's go back.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy.
To the gorilla trying to kill the little kid.
It was not.
Okay, look. You can't. There. You know what? I almost feel like, and I would never do this, but I would almost feel like there is not even a discussion here.
What is the odds? When you were firing the bullet, the guy that shot it wasn't a sniper, wasn't a Navy SEAL, wasn't a Green Beret. So what are the odds that when he pulled that trigger to shoot the gorilla that he wasn't going to hit the kid?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The guys that really can do this, can shoot the train, can shoot the animals, they do go through training. I'm serious. I'm no joke, no BSing. They do go through training for that. Because you know what? If you shoot a gorilla like in the leg, you ain't stopping him. It's just like a bear.
Dude, I have seen King Kong. I know.
And you were all about the movie references today. We're talking about Roots. What's next?
That was just funny when you're trying to be all serious about gorillas. I'm like, I know. I've seen King Kong.
Well, you know.
I wasn't trying to make the audience laugh.
King Kong was good, but
Planet trying to make the audience laugh.
Because how many people do you
Caesar, man.
Yeah, man. How many people watch one or two movies? They think they're freaking experts.
I see it all the time. You know how many people are in the movie theaters and you hear them yelling at the screen?
Yeah.
Girl, don't run in there. There's a murder in there.
Well, white folks do that. I know. There you go. Spit it up, baby. I had to wait till you had the straw in your mouth. White folks do. I don't remember. I don't remember who the comedian was that said it might have been Eddie Murphy or somebody. It was a while back. But yeah, man, I watch. Because I don't believe in ghosts. So
you believe in weird stuff, but you have no reason to understand how it works.
I don't believe in UFOs. I don't believe in crop circles. I don't believe in ghosts.
I've already told y'all. I've already told you that Bigfoot is a predator. And the reason that he's not here all the time for you cats to see him is because he flies in on his spaceship. That allows all the UFO people to go, oh my God, it's all UFO. And then a couple of minutes later, there's a Bigfoot out there trying to kill a bunch of people, just like the movie Predator. The reason they made the movie Predator is to distort your version of what Bigfoot really is. They don't want you to realize that he's really a hairy old white guy dressed up from a spaceship.
So used to play basketball.
Bigfoot is really a predator. He flies in on his spaceship. He kills a bunch of stupid white people, and he flies back to Uranus.
I'm dying. I'm freaking dying this morning.
And that right there is why the UFO people say they only see him every couple of months when it's the third orbit of the moon around Uranus. That's because he comes flying in, kills a bunch of folks, and leaves. And y'all think Jack Links is who's making the beef jerky with the dude? It just ain't working.
Wow, Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in the abominable snowman. I don't believe in Loch Ness Monster. None of that crap. I don't. Okay, so shooting a gorilla instead of a 4-year-old child getting killed. I'm thinking, long as I got ammo, I'd do that.
It was just how about we shoot the mama? I mean,
that's coming. Now, look, I'm not going to pass judgment because
here's my biggest question: how did the kid get in there?
Yeah, I know. You know what?
Wouldn't there be something that would prevent a kid from getting through there?
This isn't the first video I've seen of a small child falling in a gorilla pen either. I've seen them, when they save the kid and they throw him back or something. I don't know what they do, but
my thing is if you have a code that has a guy that comes out to my house and says that the pickets on my deck are too wide and a small kid can fall through my pickets and fall 3 feet or 4 feet to the ground in my backyard. If we got that guy that goes out and does those inspections, then I want you to tell me how that kid got into a gorilla cage.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm really curious on how this is possible.
Well, and
let's not count that some dumbass woman ain't watching her kid.
Well, that's, you know what? Let's leave that to another conversation.
Dude, ever since we've had Zaylee all this time, I now overwatch her.
Absolutely. And
it just seems to me that I love my child enough that I pay attention to my child.
Absolutely.
What does that say about the parent that's not paying attention to their kid in a zoo? Here's my question. This is God's honest truth, and this is more of a fear than a question and a statement. If I visualize I can't leave my kid alone because I'm scared some creeper is going to run off with my kid.
Mm-hmm.
How can I be so naive, stupid, paying no attention to my kid, to the fact that it wasn't the ice cream man trying to abduct my kid, but it was my kid in a freaking gorilla cage. Like, what was I doing?
Well, obviously not paying attention.
Just damn. And the kid just didn't get in there in 5 seconds. This took more than 5 seconds to get in that crate or in that cage. So how? Where was mama?
Isn't it kind of weird?
Was you smoking a doobie somewhere? What was you doing?
This bottle of Coke right here that I have on the desk has gone through 8,642 different adjustments and variations so that it's childproof.
Right.
But yeah, we can't childproof a gorilla cage.
I'm just tripping myself out here. Yeah. Like, how did the kid get there?
Now, look, I'm sure the guy who shot him, and I haven't seen him, but I'm sure the guy who shot the gorilla, being that he's, he works there and all, I'm sure he wasn't proud of what he did. I'm sure he probably had issues, and now he's probably got post-traumatic gorilla shooting stress disorder, which means he'll probably get $1 million fine. Oh, I can't go to work. All I see is gorillas.
I don't want a banana. I'm done.
At night, I see him in the trees. So
I don't know that. I don't know that silverbacks are really up in the trees that much.
Yeah. So
Sigourney Weaver's protesting somewhere.
Of course. Shit. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it on the gorilla. I don't really want to discuss it anymore because I think the guy did the right thing. I think you have to take human life over.
I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying, what other chances were taken before that?
I don't like I said, I don't know, but
quick draw McGraw over there, just shoot him.
No,
shoot him and kill him. Shoot him and kill him.
They said there was consideration made about tranquilizing the animal, but they felt that it would take too long. Which that makes sense.
Let's see. Shoot it 3 times if you had to. Trank it 3 darts. Well, you don't want to hurt it. Well, you just killed it. Well, we grilling out tonight? What?
Oh my God, really?
God, people.
Did you say grilling out?
Just throwing it out there.
Oh my God, that was.
What else did we got?
That was wrong.
Yeah, like two boys in church.
Wow, wow, wow. All right, so trending in the world. What is trending in the world? Trending in the world is what trending in the world.
Yeah, that's what trending in the world is.
Well, you know, when you're trending in the world.
Yeah, I've seen how you dress. You don't wear anything that's trending.
I'm a very no, you know, I can't even lie about that because I'm not very well.
I've got baby crawled here. Let me open it up. Baby crawled through a hole in the bushes.
Okay, well, still,
like, wow.
Why is that amazing? Anybody?
Because I guess as a parent, I'm thinking, how did you not watch your kid?
Because people are worthless. You know that. Oh man, you don't even get me started on the way people watch their children or do.
I know people are like, that sure is judgmental. Well,
oh yeah, I got something.
You know what?
I'll judge you, pal.
Considering you're going to say very judgmental to me, I can remember probably about 10 things that said is a little judgmental too. It's easy for everybody to point fingers. It's always easier. And don't think for a second that you have any rights to point fingers at me any more than I have for you. But I'm allowed to have an opinion, and it just is my opinion that something stupid was happening there.
Yeah, I don't know. And like I said, I'm fully okay with shooting.
At what point do you not turn around and go, where's my kid?
No. Do you go to zoos? You like zoos?
I used to go. I don't go a whole lot anymore.
You know why I don't go to zoos? It's just gotten
so friggin' expensive.
Well, but one of the reasons I don't go to zoos is because if it's hot outside or whatever, all the animals are chilling out in their freaking air-conditioned things. You know?
That's right.
So that's not fun. In fact, that's never fun. So you got to kind of go at certain times, like when something's getting fed or something like that. And it's like, whatever. Well, Jesus.
If they were going to throw a baby in the gorilla cage, they got it in the wrong cage.
No, that's cool.
Just saying, I'm being sarcastic at that point.
Well, you know, Jack Hanna, you know who he is, right? Yes. Yeah, he agrees 1,000% with shooting of the gorilla. So,
yeah. So I need to be nice and happy about what he says.
Yeah, he's the man, dude.
Do you realize that me not caring what he says is just as typical as the people not caring what we say?
Oh no, people love us.
Nobody gives a crap what we say.
People love us. And like I said,
the only people that care what we say are the ones that are just trying to find something to complain about. Because 90% of the other people are just laughing at us and having a good time because they know it's just entertainment.
All right, well,
this isn't called boring radio. It should be called irritation radio.
That would be much better. All right, here's a good one for you. You remember Pikachu?
I call it prairie dogging, but whatever.
Oh my God.
Mike almost threw up in his mouth.
Yeah, I had chicken wings apparently a week ago. God, that was disgusting.
But it is weird it'd be peek and chew because it's just Mike, don't puke.
That was wrong, man. I'm talking about a little cartoon character from Hong Kong, and you're talking about a mouse peeking at your butt or a turtle or whatever. You're disgusting.
It's a prairie
dog. You
disgust
me, and you disgust.
Oh my God.
Okay, so fans in Hong Kong, I love this right here. This is just so awesome. Pikachu fans in Hong Kong protest the Pokemon character name change. This is it, man. This is what our world has came down to. Protesters marched through the Chinese city of Nintendo. Over Nintendo's plan to use the Mandarin Chinese translation for over 100 Pokemon characters in the Hong Kong version of the Sun and Moon. They're going to change the freaking names of these animals. You know why? Because I bet you $10 says they come up with some transgender gay names for them.
You know why they're going to do this though?
Oh yeah, of course.
Because you got to buy all new stuff,
and you can pee wherever now. I peed in a guy's car yesterday, and when he was yelling at me,
you disgust me.
He's like, "Dude, you can't. What are you doing? Why are you peeing in my car?" I'm like, "I am a transgender. I can pee anywhere I want."
Here's my question: are we now going to have transgender coffins?
Yeah. What about
gender neutral coffins?
Okay. How about jail?
How about? Oh yeah, that's already such a problem. My uncle, when he was in Milledgeville for
Please say he worked there.
It was some major aggravated assault because Georgia doesn't have an attempted murder. So the hardest thing they could give him was like the most maximum they can give you for aggravated assault.
How about the dude? The police officer gets shot in the face.
So he said it was nothing worse than Monday through Friday seeing the guys dressed up as biatches and performing biatches duties, and then see them become men for an hour when their family's there for visitation. And then as soon as the wife and kids leave, they go right back to trans confused.
Trans confused.
That's the only way I could delicately handle this part of the conversation.
I'm writing that one down, and you probably won't get credit for it. I think somebody's already used it, but okay, so look at all.
But he said they had to do what they had to do to survive, man, or they'd have been killed. Yeah. Milledgeville back then was late 70s, mid 70s, late 70s. That's a hard place to be.
You know, if we get talking about law enforcement, can I tell you a quick story yesterday?
If you have
to. One of the captains over at Walton County Sheriff's Office, former military. We've seen each other a couple times. So he saw me yesterday. So he comes walking up to me.
Was it like dating?
No, but I will tell you another story. So he comes up, he's a big burly guy. He shakes my hand, good military shake. I'm like, man, Memorial Day, brother. And he's like, yeah, Memorial Day. He says, why are you leaning back from me? And I pointed at my son who was right next to me.
You're squeezing my hand too tight.
I pointed at my son right next to me. I said, because he's got a bag of weed. And, I always get what my son said, like in the same breath. He goes, I'm holding it for him.
Yes.
The captain and my son are busting up laughing, hanging all over each other. I'm sitting there going, how did I end up being the dumbass in this damn, I'm like, God, my jokes, even with law enforcement, my jokes backfire. And those guys are like,
we tried telling you that at the K9 event. Mike's up on a microphone on the stage, looking at all the cops out there with their dogs, and he's like,
100.
And he's like, "Yo, you want to relive it? Relive it," because it's so funny how you say this.
I got up there. The first thing I said is, "Hey, I'm military Mike, and all y'all need to be retrained." And cops don't like that,
right?
And so their eyes got big. Even the dogs were looking.
And the way that he said it is insinuating the police officers needed to be retrained, which is an insult to them.
Yeah, they don't like that. They know everything.
And this is all fun and games, but watch how he does this.
So I go, "Hey, I'm military Mike from Just Fun Radio, and all you guys need to be retrained." And they're all looking at me. There was even some murmurs about, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Man, I've been walking around with a bag of dope in my pocket all day, and not one of your dogs have responded." They were laughing their butts off. But you know what? I had a really good time at that. I had a really good time at that. But I was and military and law enforcement are very similar. And we have this kind of like brotherhood thing about teasing each other, just like I do. I tease Scotty about his wife. It's just good fun. But somebody
fun and games to somebody gets an eye poked out.
Yeah, somebody kind of took a little offense to it.
Well, you kept telling that really big dude his wife was hot.
Okay, here's the thing.
He's a cop.
Okay,
loaded gun.
Wait, I had
big
a gun.
Dude.
I had a gun and I had you. I was safe.
No, the only reason you were safe is you was on stage and you were hoping you could run out the back before you could get out of the bleacher area.
Yeah, he probably couldn't shoot anyways. Here's the thing.
He turns his dog and tells his dog to get you.
Can you imagine a dog chasing me? I'd take like 2 steps and just fall on the grass. Screw it.
Yeah, but you couldn't have got off the stage. The dog would have already been on the stage.
Those dogs are amazing, man. Okay, so here, let me point this out. His wife was a very attractive woman.
Yeah, but he didn't need you telling him something that I'm sure he already knew.
Scotty? Why?
I'm sure he already knew his wife was hot.
Scotty, why though? I don't understand why.
I'm sure he knew his wife was already hot. If somebody says
Crystal is beautiful, does that make you
but
mad?
I don't need you telling me.
I wasn't telling you specific. I was telling everybody. You see what I'm getting at? I don't understand why
I call what you were doing as flirting.
No, I wasn't flirting.
In front of a bunch of cops.
Yeah, why would I flirt with a woman in front of her huge ass?
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out either. That's why we kept asking you to stop.
That's not what I was doing. I was, you know what, in this world, in this environment these days, this culture, if you speak the truth, people don't like you. People get upset with that. If you lie your ass off, it's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, look, we got to go to a commercial.
Again?
Yes, and this song goes out to Mike as we're discussing him flirting with the police officer's wife.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Iraqi. 1 minute. 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 1 minute Fallujah's a bitch, man. Fallujah and Ramadi. Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be the new James.
Other James Bond was doing so good.
And the Remington
last movie sucked.
And yeah, Spectre.
Yeah, I didn't like it. He's a good actor to be the James Bond, but the movie was. I got bored with it. So maybe that's why they're swapping.
How about this? Caitlyn Jenner, the reality.
African.
I think the world's going to
be. I think it's a fad right now.
People are going to start saying no. And they're just going to.
That place that my friend.
Oh, it's awesome. Is this passport for that?
I believe that water. Yes, yes, she is, Mike.
So this is Tumalu or something?
That place beautiful. Police don't look out for animals attacking cars and cattle. Don't know it. Go ahead.
I just told her I licked the screen.
Said that on a microphone.
Oh my God, she's beautiful. Gonna be in Atlanta. She's gonna come.
Oh, look. Driver runs over Navy veteran. So there you go.
Got him, right? Please tell me they got him. Please tell me they caught this guy. You know, they caught the guy that drove through the grave.
Yes, I saw the picture of that.
Accidentally hit the curb.
Oh, yeah. And that's why he kept going. Yeah. Instead of putting in reverse. Yeah.
Accidentally hit the curb.
Yeah, because he wasn't trying to stop. Who? Why?
When I told you about Bitcoin, you know how much
I should have bought them then. Right.
547.
Wow.
Still skyrocketing.
Damn. And now look.
Officer getting shot in the face. You know your friend that you said was?
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Message her.
The girl that
so here it goes. This is the dude that did the wreck. Habitual violator. 31-year-old man facing charges following serious motorcycle crash. And we're back for more.
Back in the shack.
All right, so what was you?
I was.
You were trying to find that story.
I was getting pissed off because another officer. Actually, now I'm finding out that 2 officers were shot this weekend. Oh, I'm getting tired of it. I'm just getting tired of it.
And what happened?
Well, one, the police officer was shot in the face, and the woman drove off.
Good Lord.
Apparently, she turned herself in. Okay, which now, of course, she'll get off with, it was a bad day and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And when they were talking about the charges that she was going to receive, I was about to throw up because they weren't talking about, how she shot a police officer. They were talking more about like aggravated assault with a weapon.
Shoot, prison is too good for this woman.
I don't get it. And not really understanding the other story, kind of getting some cross stories here. But
it's insane how they downplay some of the things. The reality is you shot a cop, electrocution, and I don't mean, in a nice facility. I mean, come on over here. I'm going to strip these wire back off this here 220 dryer.
Yeah.
And we're going to put one on one finger and one on the other finger so I know that it goes straight to your heart.
Well, this guy, he lived in Phoenix City, Alabama, which isn't too far away. But his name was Joe Lee Garrett. He was arrested in Alabama just hours after Deputy White was blasted in the face on Saturday evening. They think he's going to lose his left eye. Okay, so he's being charged with aggravated assault on a police officer and is currently being held as a fugitive from justice in relationship to the shooting. Okay, how about this? How about terroristic threats? How about attempted murder? How about
That's what I just got. That should be, somebody just texted it should be an attempted murder charge.
Boy, I don't know. Well, you know what? When people stop wanting to be police officers and crime runs absolutely and crazy rampant in our streets, we'll have nobody to blame but ourselves.
Right. It just blows my mind. I mean, I'm just shaking my head because how do you get away? I'm not saying shooting any person should be anything less than anything. I mean, word it this way. But I think the second that you decide that you're going to shoot at a cop, you deserve whatever you deserve whatever you get. I mean, if you're dumb enough to do that, Doc, why does my finger hurt every time I play with that rat trap? Well, because you're stupid enough to continue to play with a rat trap.
Yeah, man.
I mean, just think about what's coming out of your mouth. If you're stupid enough to keep doing it, then you deserve whatever you get. I have no sympathy for anybody that's just that stupid. And stupid is it.
Okay. And you know what?
I'm going to take up juggling chainsaws with my 9 fingers. Well, because I lost the first one when I attempted to juggle steak knives. You dumbass.
You know as well as I know. I mean, you've been around the block just like I have. A police officer has to pull you over for violating law. He has to have probable cause. He pulls his vehicle up and gets out in traffic generally, right there, dangerous as hell.
Right.
He's damn near got to walk backwards to your car so he doesn't get killed. Then he's got to he has to touch the vehicle as proof that he was there.
Yes.
In case he comes up missing. Good God. Listen to that, right? Then he's got to stick his face in the window. And
ma'am, can you crack your window and please deal with me?
You know what I think police officers should do? I think they should pull up. They should get on the loudspeaker and they say, "Get your ass out of the car."
Well, used to it was like that, and I'm kind of wishing it was a little bit like that, because to me, if you have me walking up to your car, you now have me as a target. I believe that if I step out of my vehicle, my door's open, I'm now standing behind my door, I've got my Glock ready to pull, and I say, please step out of your vehicle, then I at least have that extra 2 or 3 seconds, hopefully at least an extra second, to see more about what you're doing when you get out of that said vehicle.
Okay, well, how about this? How about, I know what the naysayers are going to be crying about, the tree huggers, the Greenpeacers. Sorry. I know what they're going to be whining about. Oh, when the civilians get out of the car, there's going to be a chance that they get hit by the traffic. Hey, guess what? Good.
Well, when the cop gets out of the car, what do you think he's dealing with?
Yeah, good. Go for it.
What you need to do is make sure you pull your right-hand wheels off the shoulder a little bit.
And, hey, I got something for you. If you're screwed up, if you're drunk or something like that, and you get out of your car and you get hit by oncoming traffic, guess what?
Tough sheet.
Paperwork's a lot easier.
Well, what's the difference? Okay. Let's throw it out there. We're gonna have the complainers.
I don't care.
So you want me to believe that it's okay that they drive drunk and take a possibility of hitting a minivan and killing 4 kids and 2 parents?
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep.
But we shouldn't put their life in danger by making them step out of the car.
Yep.
Is that really what we should think about?
Scotty? What else could possibly be the reason that you don't get out of the car the officer does? It's got to be for your safety. I don't care what anybody says. Think about it for a second.
My problem is, at what point do we start putting the value of the police officer higher than that?
You're kidding me, right?
I'm sick of all of them.
Yeah, but it's like if somebody walked in here right now and shot us because they didn't like what we're saying.
Yes.
Now, granted, they wouldn't make it past the curtain because both of us are packing.
Yeah, but like I just took a picture of my dead father. My niece posted some pictures of my father that I didn't have, and I just saw it, and I remember hearing the stories, and I grew up with my father with his belly always looking big, and we used to always joke about him looking like he had a big belly. But what it was is his stomach muscles were cut out. He didn't have stomach muscles because of a 45. He'd been shot with a 45. And
military or
yeah.
Wow.
And it went all, it was a officer's issue 45 that went off in his gut.
Wow.
And yeah, he no longer had stomach muscles. So, it's the thought of, when you think back to all these cops that have put their lives on the line, most of these guys that become police officers start out at $24,000 a year. $24,000 a year. One of my buddies that's now on the road who worked in the jail has to have a part-time job to help pay his bills. He has to work at O'Reilly's part-time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of ignorant to see people disrespect police officers. Here's my thing. Who is going to be who is the ones you call in the middle of the night when you're pissed off? You want to get down the road. You want to get pissed at the cops because you got a DUI. You want to get pissed at the cops because you got a speeding ticket. You want to get pissed at the cops because they pulled you over for not having a valid tag, and then they find you with dope in the car. You want to be pissed. But the second your house gets robbed, you are calling the very same guys you're pissed off about.
Oh, yeah.
Or complaining about.
Well, the other
why are you harassing me? Well, probably because you had that ounce of weed in your glove box.
No, that don't matter. Something else too that we were discussing was there are a lot of places. I'm not too sure of any here in the United States. I've heard rumors of a few, but in London and Syria, London and Syria. Listen to me, London, Scotland. These areas are starting to have small groups of Muslim citizens that are not using what we would refer to as constitutional law.
Right.
They're using Sharia law. Sharia law does not have an emplacement for law enforcement.
Right.
So
they just take the law in their own hands.
Right. So they
in their mind, it's not in their own hands. It's just what they believe.
So now here's the thing is, so when something goes on in these communities, they do not call law enforcement.
Right.
Okay. So what's your feeling there? Because I think if our law enforcement doesn't have to go in there, then probably the officers are pretty happy with that. But
at the same time, okay, if this is the same community they're getting disrespected in, then it would. I'm only drawing a conclusion here. If this is the same neighborhood that they go in and they get treated like crap and they get no respect,
right.
But then they don't have to go in there because these people are handling it themselves, then I would sit there and go, well, I mean, they don't want me here anyways. But there's laws being broken is the sad part.
And you know what? I know a lot of law enforcement, a lot of military. I don't think I ever, when I was somewhere, I don't think I ever said, wow, these people are real buttheads. I'm not going to go in there.
No, because most of the guys that live by the law live by the law.
Yeah.
They live by what's right's right, what's wrong's wrong.
Yeah. I'm so proud of my son-in-law. He's with another department now. And I saw him yesterday at the ride, and in fact introduced him to a lot of you guys. I'm so proud of him. He wears the uniform impeccably. He is the uniform. It's in his community that he lives in. Of course, pay is for law enforcement is damn near a joke, but
right.
He's doing extra jobs, and he's already going to be awarded, or not awarded, but at least recognized in the city council meeting coming up this week by the mayor for some stuff that he did. So you see what I'm saying is he's not doing it for the money. And if there was an area of that particular town, I don't know how much I can say, but if there was an area in that particular town that needed law enforcement, let me tell you something, he'd go. He would go. He wouldn't even hesitate.
Right.
He would go. So in a Muslim community, that's basically going by Sharia law, and they call law enforcement, should we go?
I mean, yes, we should still always go because it's still the USA. It's still our country. It's still our rules. It's still our Constitution. I mean, so if you come here, you're supposed to abide by our laws. Just like if we go there, we're supposed to abide by theirs.
Yeah. I mean, when we send a female reporter,
I mean, how do you go into Porterdale? You go into Porterdale and you got to abide by the law. You go into Conyers, you got to abide by the law. You go into Covington, you got to abide by the law. Just because you're there doesn't mean, oh, well, y'all dictate how the rules are. No, you're still in the United States, and we still have Georgia state law. We still have the United States.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so kind of looking it up while you were talking there. Wow.
Don't lose focus.
Okay, then you need to have something else on the screen.
I'm just scrolling.
All right, so let's see. Apparently there's some in Michigan. Wow, there's quite a few. I didn't realize there's going to be this many. Let's go to.
I mean, back in the 70s, 80s, we used to hear about little Chinatown, how they just did it their own way.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is that if we had Little Italy?
Yeah, I mean, they did their own thing. They would just handle it and not call the police.
Yeah, so
I'm not going to say it's right or wrong because everybody's going to say, well, they're handling it, But
well, the city in Michigan, that's the one that's really getting a lot of attention in Dearborn. And Snopes is saying it's fake, that it's not, they haven't implemented Sharia law. I don't know if you believe Snopes. I've found some things in Snopes to be wrong. If you could have a little China, if you can have Chinatown. You ever been Chinatown, like up in New York?
No, man. I don't go to New York.
Have you ever been?
No, I just said I don't go.
Oh, well, how about that? Another major city is poised to implement Islamic law. in Texas. Now, I just don't see that going well in Texas. And here again, I'm a realist. I don't know. You know what's really funny is people are finding out that President Obama is Muslim, and it's shocking.
Hadn't everybody been saying that?
Yeah, look at his name. Okay, his name is Muslim.
I was going to say that. Everybody been saying that?
Raised a Muslim, and people are going, "Hey man, you always know about that political stuff. You always talking that trash on your show. Do you know that Obama was a Muslim?" I'm like,
I thought we all knew this.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah. Duh.
Okay. He swore
his name is not Charlie.
He swore in on a Quran. No, sorry about that. He didn't.
He might have prayed with one, but that doesn't mean that's what he swore in with.
The U.S. Constitution does not recognize the Quran. So, it's a guide to every aspect of human behavior. It doesn't just involve interest or loans or teachings of Islam regarding war or infidels. Man, I think I could do the narration for a documentary. You know what we ought to do?
I want to be a GPS voice.
Oh my God. You know, they have different ones.
You have missed your turn.
You are an idiot.
Hey, man. I just told you missed your turn. Hey, man, I just told you that you missed your turn. Now turn your dumb ass around at the next intersection and don't block it like them other people on 138. Turn around. Okay, now you're fixing to pass it again. Slow down. Slow down. Hit the brakes. You're a dummy. You just passed your turn again.
How many different voices on the new ones? Because God, I had one in my Pathfinder, and I probably had about 5 different voices. So it was pretty funny.
Look, I'm having to go back and answer some messages. When I made the joke about the weed being in the glove box, and it's like, nope, it's never there. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. No, it's always tucked up under the steering wheel or between the seats. So,
and I just got a message, and I won't tell who, but it says they should just handle it the way you and I used to handle it back in the day.
Smoke it before the cop got to the
car?
No,
about neighborhoods. Making a comment about should they handle it under their law without calling the cops?
So you're saying they should?
I'm saying I just read a message
that
says it should be handled the way we used to handle it. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just telling you what the text message said.
I don't know.
I'm ready for some food, man.
Yeah, if somebody's out there and loves us, bring us some food.
I'm exhausted, and I got like 10 things to do today. And I just don't know that I'm going to do any of it. The only thing I will be doing is probably meeting up with Karin to get some stuff out of her van and put it in my van, and we're done. It's over. I'm calling it a day.
I think
I'm going to treat this like my Monday. I'm sitting on my butt and watching Kaido. Whatever.
It's not Kaido. It's Kodai. Just like car in.
You just had to go there, didn't you?
I did. That was pretty cool. Oh boy. The other discussion yesterday that we got a lot of was people saying happy Memorial Day because, well, there's nothing really happy about it. I wonder how Memorial Day got into being such a first weekend of the summer thing.
It's turned into a 4th of July.
Yeah, kind of without the fireworks. Did you hear about the alligator?
No. We had fireworks last night at 9:30. I'm laying in the bed trying to go to sleep, and I'm like, who keeps firing off fireworks? You dumbass. It is not 4th of July. And why did you wait till 9:30 to do it?
Well, I had to wait till it was dark.
We were falling asleep on the couch, and I was like, oh, man, let's go to bed. So we go to bed because we'd, been up since 3:45 a.m.
Yeah.
So we're laying in the bed. About the time I was just about to close my eyes, and it's a weak fire little something. It's like pop. And then I'm like, okay, maybe he'll go ahead and shoot off all of them.
Hey, do you want to?
10 minutes later, there's a second one. I'm like, oh, y'all suck. Not only are you using cheap ones, you don't know how to light them.
You want to sell fireworks for the 4th of July just for fun radio? Sell fireworks. I've got somebody who sells, like bulk fireworks.
That could be cool, but that would involve us having to do something.
No, it's just put it on our Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
And they'll take the orders. They give us a little clip.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm always I always like making a little cut.
Yeah, I can do that. I can talk to him today because he was asking me about setting up a tent, but I can't do it on my property.
I can't do it here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would love to. It sure would slow traffic down.
Yeah. Well, no, they do all the permits and everything.
No, I just meant it would slow traffic down.
You're responsible for obviously, the retail operation,
right,
and protecting all the assets.
You'd have to sleep there
24. Yeah, you have to have somebody sleep there. So my property would be perfect, the property I live on, but they want to cut. So after everybody gets to cutting, and
there ain't nothing left.
Me staying up all night.
After we step on that, it ain't nothing but baby powder.
Word.
You wasn't expecting that one, was
Man, you getting a stuffed up nose and no buzz.
You was not expecting
Put some
that
water
one.
with that and drip it in my eyes. All right, hey, 2 alligators were found eating dead bodies in Florida, man.
Oh my God! What were they supposed to be eating, live ones?
Oh,
did they come out of Scotty's freezer? You weren't expecting
You're
that.
so stupid. I'm gonna pick on you all the time.
You weren't expecting that one.
I'm gonna find a picture of a frozen freaking shit. If not, I'm gonna kill one.
So an alligator eating on 2 dead bodies.
Oh my God!
Because one wasn't enough.
It was a special kind of like.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! We have the weirdest
picture.
We have the weirdest friends.
Jake Roadhouse Collins. Look at that picture.
I can do one of those. I'm gonna do one of those.
You should. I'll take the picture. Ooh, that's kind of weird. But yeah, you would have to. You need somebody to take.
No, I'll do a selfie. Thank you.
Oh my God. Okay, go for it.
So police.
2 dead bodies.
Okay. Okay. So we were talking about law enforcement, huh?
Hey. Let's do this. Let's go to a commercial.
Let's do a commercial.
We'll be right back. And this next
2 alligators.
Yeah.
Eating dead bodies.
And it's not that drink called sexual alligator. That's totally different.
That's disgusting.
Alligator found with 2 dead bodies. That could be kind of weird. That's right. All right, we'll be right back. I do want to bring out that drink.
But it would be awesome. Yeah. That's what you serve. Cosmopolitan. That looks. Seen somebody hold a cigarette like that. Oh. Licky boom boom down. Easy. Don't be falling asleep in the shitter. I lick your boom boom down. Okay, take it back, take it back, take it boom. I lick your boom boom down.
I'm gonna censor my words on that one.
I hope so. That was disgusting. I bought a new tablet for my drone. The new tablet and a new keyboard like this is just.
Yeah, well, that's just for this, you know. And your shit's what? Okay.
But there's trees.
Because it's gonna go by GPS, not by what a tree is.
It doesn't even know the damn tree's
there. Doesn't tree's there.
That's what happened last time.
Okay.
Dang!
I can't believe I just did that.
That was not awesome.
I felt better.
There's a stinky.
Okay. No.
She used to dance. It was on Fear Factor. Okay, what does poking mean on Facebook?
It's just a goofball thing.
Anything
Crime is weird when men are poking men.
I don't do that. There's sex involved.
Yeah. Oh, we were doing that job. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, we're got about 35 seconds to keep talking because I'm on commercial right now. But yeah. That's why I was going away. I didn't want to interrupt you as you was talking about. I was going to say, yeah, I'm live now. So, give me just a little bit, and we'll get done with this. We got a little more than an hour. All right, but yeah, we're right on commercial right now. I see this number. Yeah. When I see numbers called during this time, I never know if it's important or not because nobody calls during this time. But I just wanted to make sure I caught it. But yeah, I'll hit you back up when we're done here. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. He was continuing to talk, and I was trying to be patient and wait. She's like, and you said I could get some exposure on a radio show? And I was like, yeah, we're on commercial now. Because I didn't want to be rude and cut her off. So, it's just funny.
Let's crack this bad boy.
Look, there's that Shady Dale rodeo that I told them that I would help. You remember? And then they wanted to charge us to come in. You want me to give you $1,000 worth of free work, but you want to charge me to come in? Now look at this female's face. It's strange.
Oh, it looks like one of the.
She looks like one of the Olsen twins. It is so strange. When I saw the picture, I was like, how spooky is that?
Very photogenic, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I told you. I didn't mean strange in a weird way, but it was like, it's strange when you see it because you're like, is it possible? All right, we got to go back live. And we're back. So,
Jack.
We were talking about sexual alligators.
There. Go back, please, right there. Anthony Burris is the guy who drove over the little memorial in Kentucky with all the white crosses for the veterans, and of course, this is what's going to happen. Oh man, I passed out, and I just accidentally did it. There's no skid marks,
no brakes.
Yeah, and this guy, I don't know.
Okay, so we were talking about.
Yeah.
So there's this drink called Sexual Alligator. We'll lead back into what you're talking about.
You got a picture of it?
No, but here, I can go look it up.
Yeah, man.
But what I think is funny is, I bumped the button. There we go. Sorry. Misfire, hit the wrong button. So there's this drink that's called the Sexual Alligator, and it's a strange drink.
It sounds like it.
It's a girly drink. I didn't get my hands to work this morning.
I didn't have any trouble touching me inappropriate.
Anyways, so the drink's called Sexual Alligator, and it comes in a martini glass, like a very large martini glass. And there's nothing more manly than when you walk in and see this guy going, you should try this. And he's a construction worker that you know. And you're like, dude, you do realize what you're drinking, right?
Have you?
And then he orders the Cosmopolitan.
Oh, yeah.
Like he loves going to Red Lobster and order these drinks. And I'm like, is this like a secret gay hookup place that I wasn't aware of?
Wow. What? Just wow.
Code word, Seabiscuit or something.
Yeah. The Blue Oyster.
That's right.
Rendezvous.
The moon has flown over the nest. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. I don't. You didn't get a picture.
Do you pull it up on yours? I'm trying to do something.
Pull it up.
So I just find it very, very funny because it's like you go there and you order that.
But have you ever seen a guy hold a cigarette?
Hold on, here. This is what I visualize. This right here is what I visualize when you go in and order a sexual alligator.
Yeah, baby.
And then you walk up to the guy that you know that you work with.
Hey, Scotty.
Like Alex. And you say, you come here often?
Hey, I've got a question. Would you like what's it called? Sexual alligator. No, thank you. I have an iguana.
That's right.
What?
I got an alligator at home and
eating two dead bodies.
So let's go into that.
Let's go to the story on that. Okay, cops show up and there's an alligator eating two dead bodies.
Now where?
Florida, South Florida.
I got that, but did they find this? Did they find this like a swampy area or like in somebody's backyard?
I've got a question about stupid stuff like this. I really do. Okay, two dead bodies. Who are the bodies?
Well, the question is, was one not enough?
Who are the bodies? Wait a minute.
Well, here's the other question. Was the alligator fed two dead bodies? There's another question. Like, did some mafia hitman dump two bodies over a bridge and next thing you know, the alligator's down there chomping on them? And they don't just eat bodies. I mean, it has to rot a little bit for them to enjoy the flavor.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, don't alligators like do the alligator roll and stuff their food like up underneath?
Yeah, and it rots. That's what I'm getting at. They leave it rotten for a while.
Okay, so here, work on this one for a while. Police officers arrived at the disturbing scene and saw a body being eaten by two alligators. Basically, they were able to scare the alligators away, but nobody knows who the bodies are. And the cause of death was not immediately known. Well, I'm thinking
the alligator eating you? No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I just wanted to be smarty.
That's where I was going. The point I was going to make is if an alligator has eaten the majority of your body, that could be the cause of death.
Could be. But let's not jump to assumptions here, Mike.
Allegedly.
Let's not jump to any assumptions here.
There are just sometimes in this world that I just feel like nobody is paying attention.
Again, I want to question the fact of the fact that the alligator is eating two dead bodies. Where did the bodies come from? I mean, where was this happening?
The alligator is getting more attention than the identity of the people.
Was this an alligator behind Hooters eating two dead bodies, or was this like somewhere in the nice little swamp land?
Oh man, I'm telling you. I just how can I say it? How can I give it a whirl? Why isn't the identity or what happened to the people the absolute important part of this?
You have to question it was a hitman involved. You just have to question it at this point.
Come on, somebody threw
How did two out. Yes, that's my point. How did two bodies just end up there?
Oh, somebody obviously doesn't
know.
And
what county was it in?
It was a southwestern Florida.
Being sarcastic.
Man, I don't even know how to really push this other than.
Well, apparently you did. You pushed two of them out over a bridge overpass and the alligators ate them.
Look, I know how to get rid of bodies. And I can tell you right now, just pitching them somewhere, they're going to stink. Why is it that somebody can.
Do you know when I planned on, I shouldn't say when I planned on it, but where I lived in Myrtle Beach, was right past one of the intercoastal waterways, which means it's a saltwater river. And I kept saying, if you were going to murder somebody, you hack them up into lots of tiny pieces and just start driving down that river, throwing parts out. Then go burn the vehicle. That means once the vehicle's burned, then there's no forensic to be done on that because it's gone.
Right.
And there's going to be sharks eating pieces of something. Well, everything's going to be eating pieces of something.
Yep.
I mean, we're going to find a finger here and a finger there. But this was back, this was back in the 80s when technology wasn't quite what it is now. But now it's almost impossible to get away with stuff.
Well,
and lime does your body good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How about they dug up that concrete not too long ago? They did, you know, I say not too long ago, but it was a couple years back, where under some patio, two brothers had killed somebody and just put them in concrete under a patio, and it'd been since like early 80s. This guy had been missing, and it was under the patio the whole time.
Wow! Now you're talking. Now you're
think of how many bodies are in concrete walls, support hotels and
or foundations.
How many people in New York?
There's like a freaking 500 people fell in the concrete in Hoover Dam.
No doubt, accidentally.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple on purpose.
I can look that up because there's like 500 people that because once they fell into that dam, they were dead anyway. Yeah, it was over. So.
I'm just sitting here laughing, and it's not funny laughing, but you think of how many mafia guys put people in concrete slabs during those days that mafia was running wild in New York, Chicago, Las Vegas. I mean,
well, a lot of times too, those hits had to be public.
Yeah, they wanted it to be seen or wanted it to be known. Let's word it that way. Known.
Well, yeah,
look at this picture. So
never take the top bag.
A lady is so hot, she just walks up to a friggin' freezer and puts her butt in the freezer door. Holy cow.
Yeah, hey, look this. I was right. Over 100 workers died constructing the Hoover Dam. Because if you ever saw how they built that thing, it was truly an amazing feat.
That's one place I do want to go, though.
Oh, you've never been there?
No, man.
Oh, dude. Are you afraid of heights?
No.
Okay.
Look, I used to climb cell phone towers and change out the blinking lights, and you want to ask me if I was afraid of heights? Well, I mean, really?
No, but people deal with it in different ways. After about 30 something
I know an uncle
feet,
won't get off 4 foot off a ladder. I mean, 4 foot is it. If anything more than 4 foot on a ladder, he won't even go any higher. I'm like, how are you a handyman if you can't climb a ladder?
Yeah, good point. It is kind of funny.
I need you to change the ceiling fan. Is the ceiling 4 foot tall?
I'm a low hanging fruit.
Oh my God.
That should be the name of his business.
Yeah.
Low hang. I only do ground floor repairs.
That's right. I work on your sinks, but I can't change out a light bulb.
That's a beautiful thing.
Hey man, while you're here, you change the light bulb? Nope. Can't reach it.
That's beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I just had to go there.
Picking on him. That's wrong, man.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, check this out. They're at like 30 feet. I think it's like 32 feet. Apparently, you no longer have depth perception after 32 feet. So if you can handle or overcome like 30 something feet, then apparently you can overcome a fear of heights. And I don't know if that's true, but that's what they told us in jump school.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's just what they told you, by the way, to get you to jump.
I don't know, man. I tell you what, though, when you're jumping out of the practice towers, when they just hook you up and you run down a cable, I swear to me, it was so much fun.
Look, I smokestacked. I worked on over you pass it if you're going into Atlanta where I-20 goes into 75. There's a smokestack. And I used to work on that, and it's 450 feet from top to bottom.
Wouldn't that be nice?
No, the smokestack is 350. The tower next to it's 450. But my depth perception worked just fine standing on there. I knew exactly how high I was. I could tell. That whole 35 feet, yeah, that's a joke.
Is it BS?
Yeah.
Okay. I might
you can still see. You know what you're looking at.
What about the have you ever seen and it seems like it's mainly Russian. They jump off the buildings with like a cable.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? They jump in between the buildings and they swing like a pendulum. Would you do that?
I used to. Now my body's a little more frail from too many problems. Well, let's look at it. My L4, 5, and 6 are messed up from where I rolled that bucket truck. And L5's what the surgery was. Then after 2 back surgeries and a couple of years, several years actually, I end up falling and broke my lower ribs off the vertebrae of L1, L2, L3. So now L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, L6, L screwed.
So the whole lumbar region.
Yes, man.
Yeah, I got a lot of scar tissue back there myself.
So, you know, I've lived, you know, when I look back though, when people make comments about living life, I'm like, dude, I have already lived it to its fullest. If I died now, my parents will still be able to say he's already done that. You know what I mean? When you wake up multiple times in a hospital and look over at your mother and go, hey, what are you doing here? And then you go, better yet, what am I doing here? That's when you know you succeeded in whatever it was you were doing.
Okay. Hey, check this out. Let's do something.
What? I just told you I've already been in the hospital enough.
There's got to be something we can do as a just for fun family.
What are we going to do? Wheelchair races at the old folks' home? I hadn't done that yet.
Man, I tell you what, I don't have the energy for that. You think we can do it downhill?
We could do a downhill slalom.
Come on, we need to come up with something. Obviously, it can't be too athletic. What are
we going to do? Eat hot dog racing or something?
You had shown that place, Tumala or whatever that place was.
I'm going to do that. I want to find out. I got to get with Chris Huff and find out. If anybody wants to take a cool vacation, you need to go look at Chris Huff's photos on his page. Go to his page on Facebook and look at his photos. This vacation, man, him and his wife, Sadie, went on. Friggin' amazing. And he told me the price is perfect.
Okay, now are you sure about the price?
I'm pretty positive.
Okay.
All I know is what he showed me for two people to go do for all those days was cheaper than what one person can do on a cruise.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, well, hell yes. I think it was like $800.
Can you give me the point of contact there?
I'm going to find out.
Tell you what, I will see if we can put it together and kind of do like you were talking about. Spread out, maybe.
I'm all excited about going.
I would love to. I need some time off. And what about something that's just
that's the made you stop, didn't
what
it?
About something like I really want to go ziplining, but I have a problem and I can't do it. I'm too fat. you have to be 250 pounds.
I can't say nothing anymore because I've been gaining weight.
So 250 pounds.
We used to have one over here, right there at Salem and the Kroger. It was 60 feet in one pine tree and 10 feet in another one, and we would shoot 3 backyards. It was 3 backyards long, and we would shoot straight out of one tree across all the neighbors' yards down into another one.
There's a couple up in North Georgia, man, that are just supposedly awesome. What
was funny is the middle house didn't want us doing it over their house because they said if we fell and got hurt. we kept explaining to them that you didn't own the airspace that we were flying through.
Right, FAA, bitch.
And she was like, but if you fall, we're in a harness. I don't give you permission to be in my yard. I said, we're not in your yard. We're over your yard. But I'm like, ma'am, we are more than 15 feet over your yard. There's not a whole lot you can do. We were flying over her yard. She was so pissed. Cool. If one of y'all get hurt, I'm suing you. I went, really? We'd be suing you.
Yep. Counter sue.
I don't want you in my yard. We're not in your yard, lady. We're over your yard. Yeah. Can you imagine this argument?
No.
You are in my yard. Am I touching your yard? As we flew by, we were like,
watch YouTube, folks. That was funny. Watch YouTube. That was great.
Go back to 939.
Okay,
you're right. You're flying by. You're upside down going. I mean, jet lines funny.
Now, the other thing would be like kayaking or something, but I don't know that I should be in a kayak.
You definitely don't want to get the one that you sit in and you're sealed in. Well, my buddy Mark was learning how to do the big river ones like that.
Skirt.
Yeah, you have to flip upside down, and then you have to learn how to flip back.
Eskimo roll.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I could do all that stuff when I was younger,
but I'll tell you what we are going to do. There's a kayak park in Porterdale.
Really?
And what we're going to do before the summer's out is, and I was going to do this last year. We're trying to get it scheduled for this year. What my plan is that I'm looking for this canoe that I've been after, so that we can keep a lot of the gear in the canoe in sealed bags and stuff. And then everybody's going to go tubing down the river. I'm going to be in the canoe. And then that way I'll have the cooler and the food and all that kind of stuff. Because they say in a kayak, it takes 2.5 hours to get to Porterdale's kayak ramp.
Mm-hmm.
So can you imagine just being on a tube and everybody just rafting? It take about 3 hours.
That's a long time to be sitting in there.
Sitting on a raft?
Yeah.
Or a float or whatever, dude. Yeah. That's cool. But it'd just be a lazy day popping brewskis.
I'm down with it. I'll do it.
You just said you want to experience new things, and this is a new thing.
I'll do it if we can bring a cooler full of cold beer.
Yeah, it would be. That's why I'm taking a canoe.
Yeah, cold beer and Jack Daniels.
That's the point.
All right, I'll do it. What else can we do? There's that thing where it's like the big fan and you float over it.
Oh, and P.S. Raven's renovation. Everybody needs to start hanging at his house. He's building a bar down at his lake. It's right off the water.
Like a little tiki bar?
So last night, my wife threw out to some other people that we needed to buy a boat. And I said, man, I've already had a pontoon. The problem is I hate having to take it in and out. I said, we need to find somebody that has a house. I can just leave it. And they went, well, Chris Blakely has a place you can just leave a boat. So I was like, that's a thought. So there you have it.
Well, I just found out a friend of mine just had a stroke. So
that sucks.
Yeah, at the hospital there. So it's gonna be like a little tiki bar.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture here in a second.
Well, a friend of mine down in Columbus, Georgia, they had a tiki bar outside of their garage, and it kind of worked right into the garage. So they would open up the door, stock it. Okay. Now, from what I understand, they could not sell.
No, you can't legally sell, but you can give.
You can give, and people gave donations or tips.
Yes.
I don't even think it could be called tip. I think that'd be called a donation.
Right.
Or
if you just accidentally left money on my table.
Yeah. Well, that, and then from what I understand, he could make it a club. You see, and charge a membership.
Mm.
And he could charge a membership and he could get a license. Now, let me ask you a question. The American Legion.
Yeah, I just got told that, yes, he is making one. It's 14 by 14.
Wow, that is really cool.
Kind of like Mike's dating bracket, 14 and 14.
28. I'm cool. Let's see. Can we build a bar? What about the pavilion out there, out by the lake?
I don't know.
Are you going to keep it or are you going to trash it?
I don't know. I hadn't decided. I may just set that puppy on fire. No! Or it might just accidentally get struck by lightning.
No. Can we reinforce it?
I've tried to consider it. I don't know.
Okay.
Right now, my wife wants me to buy a pool.
An above ground pool?
Yes.
I would be concerned about that because I'm just going to say it. Don't get mad at me. The neighborhood.
What about the neighborhood?
It sucks.
What does my neighborhood suck and have to do with?
I think you guys should move to a nicer house and have a separate building for the studio.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to have that money, but see, my stepmom has that same.
Oh, I know. Their pools are cool.
Yeah. My wife has been asking about buying one for Zaylee and her so they don't have to go to other neighborhoods.
If Crystal is going to be in a bathing suit, I am okay. Well, pretty much either moving in.
Then here's what I can envision. I can envision as soon as the show's over, Mike's gonna walk outside in some floaties and go. I'm gonna sit right here and snooze for a minute
and wait for Crystal. Yeah.
See.
Just for freaking fun radio, how can we help?
Hello, is Floyd there?
Yeah, he's right here.
Floyd.
So I just got this. Did you know Governor Deal signed a bill that last year making it legal to drink while on a float/tube? Yeah. Prior to that, it was considered boating under the influence. Yeah. It's great to know. Thanks for telling me that. It's great to know.
That's the whole Chattahoochee River thing.
But I was going to do it anyways. But I'm superly happy to know that now that's been passed.
Now, if
I was just going to do it because, honestly, there's just some things I'm sick of people telling me I can't do. I mean, I think that's retarded.
Amen, brother.
If I'm floating on a raft with a beer in my hand, I find it extremely stupid.
I love you. I do.
I'm not on Jackson Lake where I'm endangering anybody's life.
Right.
And I just think it's stupid.
You know,
there's some stuff the government just has way too much control over.
I am here to tell you that I pull up to a gas pump and somebody pulls up to a gas pump next to me and their music is blaring. Okay. It doesn't ruin my life. My life isn't over.
It irritates the shit out of me.
It irritates
the crap out of me.
Okay. But I don't care. Okay. If I'm on a floaty in the middle of the lake and I'm drinking a beer and that bothers you, pucker up and kiss my butt.
Right. Now, I agree if we're at a pool, let's not have glass bottles. I agree with that.
Well, those are rules.
Get you a tin can,
That's
dude.
A rule.
It's okay for a friggin' aluminum can. It's just some stuff, man. It's just, wow, where's the brain?
I think we have, you know what I think? And of course, this is going to be funny coming from a guy on the radio, but I think mainly people need to shut up when they're in public about their opinions. I could care less. I'm not giving you mine. Don't give me yours. If you don't like me being loud, you don't like me on the microphone, you don't like DJ Scotty like yesterday being on the microphone, don't go somewhere where you can't hear it. Don't complain about it. Same thing with Facebook. I'm getting to an edge on Facebook because I'm a member of a lot of groups that are closed groups with small memberships, and we post things that are, I mean, you know, really, really crude and rude jokes and stuff. We think it's funny. Facebook blocks or, you know, gets rid of it almost as fast as you put it up because people in the group report it.
Right.
Now, how can you go to a group that says nothing but vulgar, unpolitical information will be posted? And then here's the other thing is every admin posts and says, please contact an admin before reporting this photo. And it's a closed group. Everybody's been vetted. And people still report it to freaking Facebook. So, yeah, you know, people are dingle hoppers. I made that word up, by the way. Dingle hopper.
Yeah, whatever.
I did. Dingle hopper is one of my words.
You're a douche nugget.
Oh, brother, I got a message from Kabul, Afghanistan. A friend of mine finds it really annoying and deeply ironic that the crew chief of the helo bringing me to the embassy in Kabul has a 3-per flag on his body armor where the American flag belongs. So the guy has actually taken the American flag off and put the 3%er flag up, which basically has a circle of 13 stars, and it has a Roman numeral 3 in it, which in turn represents a paramilitary group that pledges armed violence against government. But he's
insane.
He's on a government helo landing at the U.S. Embassy. Wow. Just nuts.
And
I'm sorry. I'm getting messages from a friend of mine that at the
we're 9:48. We're gonna be clearing out of here in a minute.
Yep. I gotta get on the phone. So,
any plans for tomorrow? What's your plans for the day? What is the rest of your day?
I am gonna go back and probably clean up my room a little bit, and then after lunch, I gotta go to work. But there's a pool at work, so there's a real good chance that my son and I are going to
be stupid.
Work at pool.
Be stupid and lazy.
Yeah. I've Military Mike now has somebody working. We'll start having somebody working our social media constantly every day. So there'll be a lot more just for fun posts going out to other folks, not just the site. The World According to Mike will be tomorrow at 7. Tonight is Xander doing a show tonight at 7.
Oh, hell, I didn't even think about today being
Tuesday.
Yeah,
so Xander Mack usually does Tech Talk on Tuesdays. We'll find out. We'll make sure that that's posted. I would think he would. He didn't do it last week because of the elections, so I'm sure he probably chomping at the bit to get back on the radio.
I'm sure.
So we've got that. Then Thursday,
because that means he's gonna come in. He's gonna sling mud.
Yeah, baby. So Thursday we have the Rough Edge with the music guru,
because it's the rough and it's the edge.
Have you heard from him today? Have you heard from Jacob today?
Yeah, he's been chiming in.
Okay. I didn't see it. Jacob, what's up, buddy? The guru, the magic, as Scotty says, you have magic fingers, which is kind of gross.
Dude, don't be talking like that. You give people the wrong impression.
Well, what is it that you say? What do you say?
I just says he has a magic touch, man. A magic fingers.
Magic fingers. Something is wrong with
he can just send messages to people, and we've gotten authors and bestsellers and
people and politicians and music.
Yeah, man, we've had people from the Last Comic Stand and call in.
Yeah, pretty cool. Hey, do you know who runs the comedy show Friday nights out at the
no
Porterhouse?
I don't know who it is.
Social
per
House.
se. I mean, you can go find out.
I'm gonna ask Todd if I can
be part of the lineup.
I would love to do a stand-up act.
Well, I think as much as you've been stood up, you should have an act.
Yeah, I think I should do a stand-up act. And of course,
I mean, who better than you would know about stand-ups?
Well, look,
as much as you've been
wearing that, or a Just for Fun T-shirt or something, or we got hats, didn't we? Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where they went. I'm pretty partial about my hats, but I think a few minute blast and telling everybody about Just Fun Radio and the World According to Mike, and literally just give them a little World According to Mike as a standard. I'm going to put it out there on Facebook first. I'm going to say, if I was to do, and I don't know how long their acts are, if I was to do that, would people come out? Like all my friends from school? I would love to. If I'm going to do it, I'd love to pack the Social House.
Oh, I mean, I thought you are always packing.
A gun.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do a stand-up act with
I don't
gun?
know. I don't know that you should be on stage with a gun.
No, I won't. But I will be,
because
drunk.
the first time somebody boos you,
oh yeah, I could get up.
Yeah, you would be acting stupid.
I really think it would be funny though, because I'm positive I would be drinking while I was up there.
And then I know here is Ravens. Is this the one that's happening right there at Jackson Lake? Because Jackson Lake, if I'm correct, is now doing tubing. Yeah, I believe this is it.
Yeah, but Jackson Lake, man, you don't.
It's after the dam.
Yeah, but you don't really want to be in that water, man.
You
don't want to. I'm serious. We used to stay in that water for a couple hours, and you'll get rashes and stuff. It's tain't pretty.
It ain't pretty. Oh my God.
You're disgusting.
I can't believe you said that.
You are. It doesn't matter what I say. You immediately go.
You said it.
Sexual.
You didn't. I didn't. You said it. You said that, and I was just in shock. You said it. Don't act like you didn't mean to say it.
I just said that. I don't think it's something you should do. You know what?
No. What did you say?
Take samples of the lake you're going to spend time in, because some of especially Jackson,
I got a major ear infection after being in Norris Lake one time.
And let me tell you,
I live there.
You get scabies or whatever they're called, man.
That is so funny. You tain't pretty. You're trying not to repeat yourself.
Well, I'm not. I wasn't going to, but you just keep.
I just got your magic fingers is not hard to take wrong. It's kind of hard not to take that wrong either.
Yeah. Hey, so what do you think about
pretty?
Clinton? She tain't pretty.
Man, everybody's now talking that they're really talking about coming and getting her.
Well, right now, even if she's under investigation or she can still be the presidential candidate. I see Bernie.
As she swears herself in, I hope they take her away.
No, I see Bernie. I'm telling you, they're going to grab her, and it's going to be enough to sway opinion. Bernie's going to go after Trump, and Trump's going to eat this guy like 2 McChicken sandwiches. I mean,
if we were to get Bernie Sanders, we are in trouble.
No, he'll never make it.
We would be in some major trouble.
Trump is going to piss him off so bad that he's going to do one of these.
And he's going to have a heart attack?
Yeah. It looks like he's 2 shakes away from Parkinson's disease anyway, so.
Oh, my God.
What? Too soon?
Yes, brother. Oh, my God. Why did you go there?
Well, because I honestly believe that Hillary's going to get grabbed.
I wish they would grab Hillary.
They're going to grab her.
I just don't see how it's possible that she is still existing right now. I don't see.
Nope, I don't either, man. Man, the phones
are vibrating. I'm seeing it too. Mine won't stop.
Too close to the end of the show. Sorry. Keep your opinions till Wednesday night at 7 p.m. The World, according to Mike. We will this week on The World According to Mike. We will be solving world problems.
Serving? Did you say serving?
No, we're going to be solving world problems. And there's a real good chance we'll be drinking. So maybe
a real good chance y'all will be drinking. Yes, are you kidding me?
Yes, yeah. Now look, I'm thinking the week after that, if my oldest son can be here, I'm gonna get a bottle of absinthe and we're gonna do some hallucinating while we're
I think if you were here, it's already absinthe.
That was very nice.
Absinthe.
No, I think when I go swimming in your little above ground pool, I'm gonna wear my cleats.
I don't think you're allowed to come over.
Oh, like I'm gonna ask.
That's the one thing we're gonna make a requirement is if you're too big to zip line.
Oh my God. I can't believe you said that.
Then you're too big to get in my pool.
You know what? That was just mean.
That was the good stuff.
No,
there's other people. There's other people laughing right now. It's not just me.
They're laughing because
they're laughing. Not just
they want to hang up.
They're laughing because they found that to be funny. If you're too big to zip line, you're too big to get in an above ground pool.
No, you're mean. And plus you're shopping at Walmart online. So
I just was told where that pool was that I was supposed to look for.
You know what you should do is talk to Ken Morgan before you do this because he had an above ground pool and got very involved in it. And he probably knows some of the things that happen, some of the things you might want to do, might not want to do.
Right.
It would probably be a good guy to talk to just because.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. Because that is an undertaking. And
I know. I used to clean pools, man, back in the early 90s.
You were you're a pool boy?
Yeah, man. I can tell you some stories. There's some good ones.
Did it ever happen?
What? Some of the stuff I walked in on, dude, was insane.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking
about. Did it ever happen?
I went to one off of Singleton. Oh my God, dude.
Did it ever happen?
Hey, we will see y'all tomorrow. We're now 57. I can't divulge that.
Did it ever happen?
Did what ever happen? Did I ever clean a pool?
Look,
yes.
I have read.
I wasn't the pool cleaner. What happened was I was doing electrical work and the guy I was working for was running out of a little bit of work. I knew a guy that owned a pool company. And he said, dude, I will pay you X number of dollars to go swap out lights and switches and motors, because to swap out the light, you actually got to get in the pool to do it. So a lot of people.
You got paid for sex?
So I got paid to go work on pools. And it was really cool showing up to a lot of apartment complexes when the pool was supposed to be closed and people would be there just to lay out because the pool would be closed and they knew that they could lay there behind privacy fences and get a lot of sun.
Naked.
So, I mean, it was a good job.
Did you ever...
Dude, I fixed pools. That's all I can tell you.
Man, I'm going to ask you one more time.
That's all I'm going to tell you is I fixed pools.
Did you ever, when you went to a house...
So, hey, we're out of here. Everybody, Magic Mike will be here tomorrow. Medicated Mike's leaving today.
What, did you ever... Come on, Scotty.
Did I ever dip my rod in a pool? I had to work on the pools.
No, I'm talking about, the pool boy's here.
Let me say, it's not what you
see. My bikini accidentally came loose.
It's not what you see on TV.
Boy. Oh, can you help me?
But there was.
Oh, you untied the bottom of my string bikini.
You need to stop. It was never like that. That's just on TV. There was some fun moments, though. There was some. I had some moments. I mean, I was 20 years old, dude.
And you were a pool boy.
There were some moments.
Did you ever take off your shirt and do one of these?
It was cool. It was cool. It was a good job.
I bet you was.
Paid good money, and you got to hang out in pools all day.
I can't believe you got paid for sex.
Because it would be 90-something degrees, and you would have to go to a house to work on, like, the bottom drain screen, which means you have to put my mask on and dive to the bottom of the pool to fix it. Or you have to change out the light in the deep end, which means you have to get in the pool. So it was cool that in a 90-something degree day, you're walking around in flip-flops and shorts working. I'm telling you, dude, it was a cool job.
Hey, Mom, the pool guy's here. Okay, you can go with your friends now.
What was cool is when the college girls were home from school with all their friends.
I know it.
And you had to go work on the pool. That was cool.
Should I post on the fun page? I hate you.
Hey, Jeff Mathias will tell you, dude, I have lived a cool life. A lot of the stuff I've done has been pretty good.
Jeff Mathias he kissed me yesterday.
A lot of my friends say they live, what's the word,
vicariously.
Yeah, through me, because when I was the single guy, they always just watched what I did and said, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. I say that. Never mind.
Shut up. All right, you guys, we're out of here. We got to go to work.
See you, bye.
Or he does. I got to go to sleep.
I'm going for swimming.
All right, we'll see y'all on the flip side. Everybody's just fun in the morning.
Hey, we made it.
Yeah, we did. Without Steph.
Deuces.
She acting like we couldn't do it without her.
Yeah. I hope Ashley's okay.
Me too. But since supposedly, I'm not going to say supposedly in a bad way. Allegedly, she had an upset stomach, so I hope she all over you, Steph.
Wah, wah, wah.
Burr, burr, burr. All right, we're out of here. Everybody have a great day.
See ya.
We will see you on the flip side. Don't do anything that we would do.
I disagree 100%. Do everything you think I would do.
No.
Why? The food at jail ain't that bad.
Oh, my God. It's 3 hots in a cot.
Woo! And
We'll
all
see
the
you on the
books
flip
you can
side.
read. See
Everybody hang out. Should be real like. Bye.
Hey, I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.